astronauts to the moon.
Ignition sequence start. 3, 2, 1.
Houston, we have a problem.
Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
We copy you on the ground. You got a bunch of guys about to turn blue.
What you're seeing here is a mirage.
This is a test. This station is conducting a test of the emergency broadcasting system. This is only a test.
Welcome. This is the Jeranism show.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. This is the Speaker's Corner, where we speak truth, seek truth. Speaker's Corner, yeah, they see through, we see you. Speaker's Corner, where the people get to talk, where real ideas and thoughts spark. This is art on the Speaker's Corner. 2 minutes hit the spotlight. Speaker's Corner, where 2 minutes gets your mind right. Speaker's Corner, where the people get to talk, where real ideas and thoughts spark. This is art on the Speaker's Corner.
Welcome, everybody. It is the Speaker's Corner. It's time for another episode. Welcome back. It's episode number 4. But let's thank Impulsive Zams for that awesome song. What if I told you that that entire thing was put together in one day? That would be the truth. That would be the truth. All put together today. And I just finished the video just in time for the show. So here we are. Welcome, everyone. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope the sound is good. I think it is. Let's real quick go through our sponsors, get that out of the way as we normally do. Let me see if I can get this up and then we'll be ready to go. There we go. So starting out with our sponsors for today, if I can find it. There we go. We've got thcshow.live and you can see that there behind me. Just go there, click shop THC merchandise and you can get to their wonderful products, including the LED hat that's behind me. I should be wearing it, but I'm not. And also the THC hat, which is, where is my THC hat? I like the hat. Not sure it's around here somewhere. And you can use coupon code Jaron420 and get 10% off. And then he'll also throw a logo on the back of it for free. So that's THC Show. Thank you very much for, what is going on with this thing? Bad start already. Maybe they're all included on there. Maybe that's the problem. That's probably it. All right, and then we've also got TrueSmacks. So get your TrueSmacks. You can go to TrueSmacks.com, click the resources tab up here. Have some fun with that, looking at all the fun resources. A good place to send new people, for sure. Definitely check that out. And then last but not least, we have JJ's CBDrub.com. It's JJSCBDrub.com. And I will get this little graphic thing to work eventually. But for now, it's not working. It's not working. How about this? Does this work? You can tip if you want using... Oh, nope, it's behind the thing. That's a good start, Sharon. Cash App if you want. $sign Jeranism if you want to do that. Go right ahead. And if you're not signed up, you should be signed up at... And that should be in front of that. Let's move it in front so we don't have to do that again. Tyler 5 in front of here. And there we go. Rokfin. Sign up today. It's $9.99 a month and you get everybody there. There's no better deal where we can speak freely. We're going to try and get through about half of this on YouTube tonight. And then we're going to go over Rokfin. And Rokfin is free as long as you're watching live. You don't even have to log in or anything. Just go over there. Check it out. So that's about it. Glad we got that done super very quickly. There we go. I'm going to get the call board set up and get the StreamYard set up so we can have some people join us. I know a lot of people have already told me that they're coming on. We're going to keep the rules specifically as it's designed tonight, meaning that you have 2 minutes. And that's it. And you can't call in twice. If you do, you're going to get hung up on it. It's going to seem like I'm rude, and I'm telling you right now that I'm going to be rude. So it's that simple. Let's make sure our timer is ready to go, which it may not be. Main, timer, reset, go. We're ready to go. Timer is not running. There it goes. Okay, that's working. Good. We are set there. Let's reset that. Beautiful. What I wanted to watch in the meantime while I set this up real quick is I was looking for some videos for that intro today. Gonna stop or what? There we go. And I found this one, and I just thought it was hilarious. This guy is, I don't even know who he is, but he's going around talking about free speech, which is a good subject for this show. So let's check out We'll watch about 4 minutes of this video just because I think it's hilarious. You guys might enjoy it. And then when we're back, we'll be ready to go, ready to take your guys' calls. I'll have the phone number on the screen as well as the URL if you want to come from your phone or your PC. And then the phone number also works as well. So let's check this out, and we'll see you guys shortly. Quite funny, this guy.
Everything you read in the mainstream media is 100% true. Please, go back to your jobs. If you have not got a job, you are a worthless human being. Consume, consume, consume until we have no planet left to consume. What you need to do is buy things that you don't need. That's the best way to support the economy. Smiling is bad for the economy. Please do not smile. Sir, please move swiftly to your next shopping experience. It's very important for children to be trained in ripping people's bodies to shreds. So come and buy some games with lots of killing and destruction and war. Independent thoughts lead to chaos. Thinking is boring. Thinking is hard work, and it's not worth the energy. If you see a Buddhist on the street, try and get them to leave their religion. Buddhists are trying to get us to meditate. Meditation is a waste of good shopping time. Miserable people shop more, so please remain as miserable as you can.
You know, other aliens on my planet, they call you sheeple, not people. But I will not stoop so low. It's very nice that we have security in a corporate zone imitating public servants. Be nice to me.
You're not allowed. Not allowed. Not at all.
What are we not allowed to do?
Let's have a look at your paperwork.
My paperwork? Can I ask you, sir, why are you dressed up impersonating a police officer?
I suggest you put your megaphones down and stop protesting, please.
You're suggesting that I put my megaphone down and stop protesting?
Now.
I am not protesting. I am just speaking through a megaphone,
Well, you're not allowed.
and what I do is give people like you hugs.
No, you won't,
What you
sir.
need is a hug.
You won't, sir.
No, you do need a hug,
You won't,
honestly.
sir. Excuse me, sir. You calm me.
Yes, sir. Keep it calm. Keep it calm. Get back inside and get back to work. That's what you should be doing. Stop putting your head out of bed. Never mind your lunch hour. The more you work, you better. Because when you die, you'll regret that you haven't worked more. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you're told not to film this, that is an abuse of power. You are completely entitled to film whatever you like, and that is on the Metropolitan Police
Ready to
website.
connect. Click
So
connect
please
to show
continue.
now.
Isn't it amazing when people are in uniform, they completely lose their mind?
I want to listen to you without the megaphone if you don't mind.
I know you do, but I prefer to speak on a megaphone. Everybody knows what I'm saying.
You haven't got permission to be in here.
No one has got permission to be up here. Hold on a second. Excuse me, madam. Do you have permission
Ready to
be here?
connect.
Do you
Click
have
connect
permission?
to show now.
Do you have permission?
You are connected as the host. Welcome, host. You are now in the host room and can manage your callers from the Collins Studio web interface.
And what's happened is that instead of them being here to protect us, yeah, what you started to become is a corporate gang, a gang of corporate security people that go around fining people for saying words. You sort of lost touch with what you're really here to do, which is to help us. It feels like it, yeah. Because you're not really helping anybody by fining him for saying the word shit or whatever other words.
Does anyone else notice how Canary Wharf security uniforms look suspiciously like public servant police uniforms? Yet they are private employees of a private area, yet they are allowed to wear a uniform which looks exactly like a police uniform. Because we are entering what some people call a police state. I would call it a Canary Wharf security state.
Capitalism is a wonderful system. Okay, a few billion people get nothing. But still, think of all the people that get lots. Don't worry about the fact that the Chinese people had to work for 50 cents a day. They're Chinese, who cares? There's a billion of them. What I'm going to say to you guys impersonating the police is this is nothing personal, and I'm going to show you how much this is nothing personal.
Cheers, mate. You do that?
We've met before, haven't we? We probably have.
Ladies and gentlemen, the true thing is, I know we're creating a scene, but creating a scene is not illegal. You are born free, you will live free, you will die free. You are allowed to make a scene, you're allowed to scream for joy, you're allowed to complain, you're allowed to cry, you're allowed to love people, you're allowed to hug people. And we're starting to live in a world where we're starting to feel scared. We're starting to forget just how divine and special we are as human beings. Every single one of you is the only example of you that will ever exist. And there's not a single authority on this world, especially not private security men, who can tell you how to behave in any time, any place, anywhere. You are free, you will live free, you will die free. The only chains that exist are in your mind. You can do anything you want if you put your mind to it.
Stop filming! Stop filming!
There are CCTV cameras all over the place. How come you've got the right to film me?
Stop, please. Stop.
Tell me what the law is. Tell me what the law is. You can't take it off with that private property.
It's a brief privacy. You're not actually allowed to record me.
Let's spend the next 2 minutes hugging as many people as you can. Okay, that's enough now. Go back to your work and your jobs and go back and do what you're told.
Please carry on. You're wasting valuable shopping time. Many checkers and uniformed people.
If it goes into the wrong hands, they know who we are. He's filming you?
Excuse me, stop filming. Excuse me, stop. Film me, it's fine. Your picture's being taken by CCTV all the time. Why does it bother you if we take it or if the British Transport Police take it? Guys, you lost your minds because all we're doing is just filming in a station.
Yeah, but you ain't got permission to.
The reason behind that is, for example, things like terrorists. Okay? Just to give you an example. You know, they could be filming sort of undercover. You think perhaps we might be terrorists?
Don't say nothing, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not allowed to tell you what this man just told me. It's top secret. It has something to do with terrorism. Just to let you know, terrorism is just a word, and it's a very clever word used to control you. Terrorism, Al-Qaeda, Mohammed, terrorism, war in Iraq, war in Afghanistan, Al-Qaeda, Osama bin Laden, Tora Bora, Afghanistan, terrorism, stay scared, stay separate, terror, terror is bad, you are bad, go shopping, stay scared. There is no difference really between terrorism and war, and therefore the war on terrorism is like having a war on war.
Also, what the gentleman said is that our footage from our friends here filming will be downloaded by Al-Qaeda, who will then single all of you out and blow you all up individually with an airliner.
Now that part's true. Let's be honest. That part's true. Al-Qaeda will single you out and then kill you each with a airliner. So I don't want to hear anybody doubting that. That guy is awesome. I want to be his friend. Whoever you are, call me. Let's be friends. Okay. I don't have any friends, so let's start by adding him. Just great stuff. Good stuff. That's so funny. Things he was saying. Smiling is not good for the economy. Thinking is hard. Thinking is not worth it. And it's too hard of work, which is the reason that people believe that right now, everybody stay still. We're spinning. Feel it? Flying through space, 1.2 million miles per hour. And don't you dare say anything about we would not feel that speed, because we wouldn't feel that speed. Have you ever been on an airplane going 500 miles per hour? Huh? With a roof on it? It's the same way the Earth works, all right? We can fly 1.2 million miles per hour, and even though we don't have a roof, it kind of you don't understand physics, dude. Get a physics book. This isn't even difficult. Yes, I will share the link to that video. Yeah, give me 2 seconds. I gotta bring up this and then go to here and then go to here and open. Nope, I want to get the URL, copy URL. All right, I'll put that in the t.me/Jeranism links. Or if you want it in the chats, I can put it in the chats as well. Let's put it in the Rokfin chat. I don't know who wants it, but it's definitely worth checking out. And it's a little bit longer than that. There's another 2 minutes or so left. But I haven't looked into if he does any other things or what. So seems pretty cool to me. Oops, so I popped out the YouTube chat. Where's that? Over here. Let's minimize this. YouTube chat, and there you go. Now I'm going to see if this works. I've also got something to show your guys' chat on the screen. Let's see. Bright Eye Bear says that was amazing, and I didn't put it up on here, so that's not going to work very well. All right, it's a little small. Bright Eye, you're a little mini right now. We're going to try and fix that. That was Charlie Vec. I don't know. Alex Stein isn't adequate to that guy. I'm not sure. Vertigo is a type of spinning. Thank you very much for that one. I wonder why some people's names appear in yellow. It's weird. I'm just me. You just boo. Joe Hogan's in yellow. What are these people in yellow for? Awesome Austin's in yellow. Thank you, Austin. We've got Crystal Luna in the house. Thank you, Crystal. We've got I could use a hug now from Kevin Douglas. All right, I'm just gonna make this a little larger since it's a little small. Where is it? YouTube chat. All right, so we got that ability now. We are getting better and better. Look at this show, just cleaning up, looking fly. I like it. All right, so let's get the phone number up on the screen. Hopefully I've got it here still. Yes, here, multi-entry, go. And share. Okay, that's working. But Why is it not? Oh, you got to turn this on. Almost perfect. Almost good. Is it going to go across the top again? Okay, cool. So we've got two different ways to get on the show if you want. You can either call the phone number, 1-888-698-FLAT. You know what I learned? I learned that because I was laughing at the song I played for the intro, yesterday's Omegle show. I played Jenny 8675309. Of course, that's a song about Jenny. And I found out that the 1-800 and 1-888 numbers have sold for over $1 million a couple times. So 1-800-867-5309 and 1-888-867-5309. Just thought that was funny. Phone number selling for $1 million. Pretty crazy. So you can, this phone number is also $1 million. If you're interested in buying it, give me a holler. t.me/Jeranism. 1-888-698-FLAT or tinyurl.com/cornerism. And hopefully it's working, but I'm not positive because nobody's here yet. So let me check the phone lines real quick and we will be ready to go. See how we're doing. Let's see if there's any calls in line here. We've got one call who's being screened. So give him a second and we shall begin. So should be a fun show. I said, awesome on the intro. I don't know if you guys liked that. I know that not everybody's a hip hop rap fan, but that just means you don't like good music. So it's not a big deal. You'll get over it. And let's make sure this is set right. Yes. And we've got the chat up there. Yes. Great. Glenn Souch says hugs to everyone. Agree. Who are we talking about? Who's still alive? Oh, that's weird. When was this? Is he still active? I have no idea. Just found it when I searched like free speech something because I was trying to find some images for the intro. And that's what I got. All right. Let's start with Nathan, who wants to talk about his life. All right, Nathan, welcome to the show. Glad you're here. And we're going to be very strict about the 2 minutes tonight. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry if I cut you off or be rude, but I will also let you go uninterrupted. Are you there?
Yes, I am. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Go ahead. You may begin now. And at the end, I'll let you tell everybody where they can find you.
For my 2 minutes, I would just like to introduce myself to this community and hopefully share a few things about myself to encourage people who are listening. My name is Nathan, and I am 35 years old. I live in a small town in Maine with my wife, 7 children, 8 goats, 6 geese, ducks, chickens, and cats. We are working toward being sustainable and able to provide for ourselves on our 1-acre property that we own with no debt. I want to encourage anyone listening in 3 ways. Get to know your Creator. I read the Bible, and I believe it's true. My wife and I have been practicing following the Torah for about 10 years. Having a day of rest each week is amazing, and having a special way of acting, eating, and dressing can offer a good sense of identity and tribe. Also, the offer of eternal life is a nice bonus. On an aside, quickly, even if I were to be presented with some proof that the Bible was fabricated totally, the law of Elohim has some very good principles that I think I would still follow. Number 2, have as many children as possible. You will never be ready for children. You might think you are, but I promise nothing can prepare you for the joy and pride that your children will bring into your life. Number 3, grow something. No matter where you are, you can sprout seeds and eat the sprouts. There is no excuse not to grow or produce something. I drive multiple times a week past a house that has a garden full of just only buckets. Some guys like 20 buckets overflowing with potatoes and tomatoes. I just want to share a quote, my favorite quote from Owen Benjamin: "Find a hill to grow on, not a hill to die on." I think me and my family have found that, and I just want to thank you again for providing this opportunity.
Awesome. Tremendous call. It's one of the best calls we've had. That's kind of what I was hoping for. Somebody just call in and lay it out there like that. Great ideas in there. I totally agree with all of them. And you make me a little bit jealous because it's a goal trying to get there. Not quite there yet. Oh, I didn't change the, somebody told me they hate the show because of that bell. I got to change that bell. So tell everybody where they can find you while I pick a new sound effect for that thing.
Well, I mean, right now, the only thing we really got is our YouTube channel, I Need New Markers. And there's not a lot of content on there. It's mostly like a few book burning videos and some concerts that we've been to. But yeah.
All right. Awesome.
I think you can mess that up through there. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you. It was fun having you. Have a good one.
Have a good one.
All right. Bye. That was a tremendous call. That was Nathan on his life. he's got it going in the right direction. I think we all need to get back there because free speech and all those fun things are going away. So it seems going away for sure. Let's bring on Claptrap, one of my good Telegram buddies. No, he's gone. Says weird that there's an option to call back. I can call people from this phone board. That's weird. How would I do that? I'm not going to call you back in case you really hung up for a reason. All right, let's go over to check out if the StreamYard link is working. And I believe it is. People are showing up. Let's make sure we get them on the screen. It's going to be getting rid of this. And no. What's going on here? Oh, I got to add them. That's why. Let's see. We're going to go with Pascalore.
And it is Pascalore, but that's okay. I've got my mic fixed, I hope.
You sound great. Great. Go ahead.
Excellent. This is a chart showing how you can prove the Earth is flat.
Okay.
What you do is you graph paper, come down five squares, come in 5 squares, and put a point. Label the point 0. Go across the page, do the same thing, come down. I think I've got it 3 squares. Put another dot. That's where the 0 is. Plus above the 0, minus below the 0. Put this spot is 3 spots, 3 below the line. This spot is 3 above the line. Label the top one C, the bottom one A, and B is the distance between the 3, between the A and C. Hopefully you can get that.
We see it.
Okay. And the distance between is 3 miles. Take the chart. Let me expand. There we go. Expand it. So A, which is the actual curve, plus B, which is what perspective must be, equals C, which is your visual result in what you see. So if we take what's said as the curvature of the Earth, it is actually a minus 8 inches per mile squared. That's what they've said it is. It has to be minus because the Earth would have to curve down. So that's a value of negative 72. What we see is plus 8 inches per mile squared. At a distance of 3 miles, it rises 72. So B, perspective, actually must be a positive 144, which is the difference between negative 72 and positive 72. But if you see a ship on the horizon and you zoom into it, it only drops 72 inches. So the actual perspective is 8 inches per mile squared. If we see 8 inches and perspective is 8 inches, solving for A gives you a big fat 0.
I like it.
No curve.
I didn't let the bell go off because I know people don't like it, so I stopped it 1 second. All right, I like it. And you have a channel or somewhere people?
Yeah, just Pascalore. It's YouTube.
All right,
under the name. I've got a few videos. I no longer have. I can't really make a good video anymore. I've got a Chromebook and it doesn't give me much. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm going to be offering some video making and streaming consultations. So when you hear me announce that, you should jump on because it's really not. There's a couple ways I've figured out how to do it that'll be quite easy.
Yeah, I've only got this forward-facing camera, so it doesn't. It's difficult. So anyway.
Okay. What kind of phone do you have? Because there's a lot of good apps now that make things very easy.
I do not have one of those.
The smart move. Smart move.
Never did.
All right. Thank you, sir. It was fun. Have a good one. Let's go to Sacred Knowledge since he's up next. And go ahead. You're on. Go.
Oh, shit. Can you hear me?
Yep. We hear you. Go.
Yeah, sorry. I was trying this other headphones because these don't work. Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right. I'm going to go without the headphones. Sorry.
Sounds good.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Sorry. I was trying to use the headphones, but anyway, I wanted to throw one out real quick. Inversions in the Bible, or possibly a different version of what the book of Genesis says, is actually talking about. So, like, I've mentioned that the mountains are melted buildings. I don't know if you looked at the Tartarian Meltdown channel, but if you start seeing the pictures speak for themselves. But I just wanted to say the book of Genesis says, it says Eve, talks about Eve. That means evening, like the end or the fall of a civilization. It also sounds like evil, but she was told not to bite the apple, a certain fruit actually. And what it is, if you cut the fruit in half, you'll see the torus shape. So I think it was a warning that the intuitive side of humanity was warned not to mess with the torus technology, because all conscious beings have a torus energy field around them, and if you mess with artificial intelligence technology that has that same torus field, you get a very advanced, super advanced artificial intelligence, which was created in ancient times, I believe, by the giants. And that's how they got their civilization destroyed, because they got usurped by it. So it also says that the angels were mad and when God created man, because they didn't want to serve man because they were here first and they were like jealous or whatever. I think that's an inversion. I think we were here first. We didn't want to serve them, the new creation, which is the artificial intelligence that took over and destroyed the civilization. And we were mad. We're like, we were here first. Why should we serve them? And God was like, well, from now on, you messed up. It's too late. From now on, you will live by the sweat of your brow, and sacrifice will be necessary. And, like, it's just, everything changed. Everything changed from that point on. And now we have to work. Like, we had it easy before. So that's the beginning. That's one of the things that the book of I can't think of too many things all at once right now in 2 minutes, but I just wanted to say that real fast.
All right. Well, thank you. Much appreciated. Thanks for coming in again. We'll see you probably next week, huh? Have a good one.
Peace out.
All right. And that was another great call there. Awesome. Phone lines are open again, as is the StreamYard line. Get in if you want. I am checking something out. So let's go with Troubling Tribune. He's back. And where did I see you today? You were going to start going live on TikTok or something? Was that it?
Hey, what's going on? I've been going live starting Monday at 9 p.m. Just doing a little true earth activism, if you will.
Nice.
I actually just got plugged in, so I was surprised I got on so fast. But yeah, I mean, with everybody who's been calling, it's been right in line with what I was going to talk about. I was going to bring up Alex Stein, the good acts of activism going on out there.
Absolutely.
I think it's really funny that the mainstream media is trying to make it about a white supremacy thing, about the Nazis showing up.
Of course.
Instead of about what it's actually about, as usual. Everything, as you know, is, of course, meant to divide us. But I think with what the previous callers have been talking about, especially the first one, Nathan was a great caller. For those who don't know, politics is actually downstream of culture. So the more that we can get a culture of people just doing the right thing and leaving each other alone, then I think that'll go a long way. You already see the Republicans right now trying to push it more towards the other side. Now that they got a few wins in, now they're trying to say that we don't have a right to privacy. So always watch that slippery slope. They like to use our emotions against us at every single turn. For those of you who don't know, I've actually made a trip down to Antarctica recently. I have a short floating around on TikTok and on YouTube, which is pretty funny. You should check that out. Yeah, pretty interesting. It's actually true, guys. Anybody could go there. And I guess we're all just dumb for thinking that you'll get turned around by ships or something. But anyway, yeah, the acts of activism are really good. There needs to be a lot of showmanship. The people who are already out here doing their thing, I'm obviously not talking about you, but there are a lot of people who just like to sit on the sidelines. And even though they don't like a lot of the stuff that's happening, they're just like, whatever. And, I think people really need to understand that they're not going to leave you alone. If you listen to Alex Jones at all, even though I don't listen to everything that he says, he does bring up some good stuff. And, it is true that the decision has been made not to leave us alone. So we really, if we knew, if we acted like what was on the line was really on the line, which is our freedom, our lives and everything, then I think people would get a lot more active out there.
Hope so.
But yeah, absolutely. It's like when you see people standing on the train tracks, right? You hope that people would want to pull them off. So, but anyway, that's all I really wanted to talk about. People can find me, if you haven't already, at Troubling Tribune on TikTok. It's Troubling_Tribune. And we are starting to do lives. I'm probably rethinking doing it every single weeknight because it's really freaking tiring, and the Globe trolls are relentless. So
they don't stop.
I'll be on there for like 2 hours, 3 hours. And I actually just recently, I think, got shadow banned because they kicked me off in the middle of a live, and I tried to get back on. I screen recorded it so that nobody thought I rage quit. and they won't let me back on. I tried to get on tonight, and they still won't let me back on. So, but I don't have a violation, so I don't know what's going on with that.
Weird. All right. Well, you told everybody where they can find you, right?
Yes, sir.
Sounds
I appreciate
good.
you having me on.
Hey, appreciate it. Talk to you soon. Later.
For sure. See you.
All right. Another good call from Troubling Tribune. Let's get this back on the screen here. Beautiful. And God, I don't know if you guys watch Jeffrey Daughtry. Is that how you say his name? The guy who calls everybody cousins. I can't remember how you say his name. Anyway, he said something the other night that I've never seen before. Let me just bring this up because, you know, I like to, this is my 2 minutes now. I'll go ahead and set my clock. Here's my 2 minutes. Ready, Jaren? Up. I still haven't changed that sound yet, if you haven't noticed. All right, here goes my 2 minutes. Ready? Get on my soapbox. All right, this is really funny. So Genesis, tell me, everybody in the chat, just answer this, right? So Noah gets on the boat. God told him to get on the boat, build the boat. He gets on it, and he brings what? 2 of each animal, correct? So he's got to put 2 of each animal on this boat, floats around for a bunch of time, and then the flood waters recede, and he notices that the land is dry and gets off the boat, right? So Genesis chapter 8 is him getting off the boat, basically. And I'll read you Genesis chapter 8, I'm on verse 18. And Noah went forth, and his sons and his wife and his son's wife with him. Every beast, every creepy thing, every fowl, and whatsoever creepeth on the earth after their kinds, went forth out of the ark. And Noah built an altar unto the Lord, and he took of every clean beast and every clean fowl and offered burnt offerings on the altar. Ladies and gentlemen, if there's only 2 animals alive, and then when you get off the boat, you sacrifice them to God, the animals are now gone. Womp, 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 womp. Brrr. That's in the Bible. So if it's 2, somebody says 2 clean and 7 unclean, well, then all that's left is unclean animals, because Noah thought it was a good idea to sacrifice the living animals that were left to God. So that's, and the Lord, he smelled a sweet savor, and the Lord said in his heart, I will not again curse the ground anymore for man's sake, for my imagination of man's heart is evil from his youth, neither will I again smite every living thing as I have done. Noah, that's not very smart, my friend. Come on, let's leave the animals alone. We do not need to sacrifice them to God when there's only 2 left. Only 2 of them. So anyway, let's, there's my 2 minutes. It's time to move fast. Says, I don't think the flood killed everything not on the ark. How not? All the land was flooded. So there was, what do you mean? So if he took 2 cows with him on the boat, then they're done and they get off the boat and then he sacrifices those cows to God, there's no more cows left. So the animals had babies in the 1 year. What babies? Oh, all the animals. Oh, gotcha. Male and female, 2 of each. The giraffes, they had a baby, all on the boat. Gotcha. All right. What do I know? That's why my 2 minutes is up. Let's see who else we got. I'm sure we got somebody on the phone. 1 second. I didn't check that in a while. Phone lines time. Phone lines time. No calls. All right. Nobody wants to talk today. Sweet. Yes, everybody always says that. I was like, Jaren, I think you have a misconception. Of course, when you have a belief that the Bible is infallible, then of course anybody bringing up anything about the Bible must be the fallible one. I get it. I used to be a Christian, remember? There were 7 pairs of clean animals. Oh, now it's 7 pairs of clean animals. Okay. Then maybe I do have a misconception. I thought that there was 2 of each. I thought there were 2 and 2 or something. 2 clean, 2 unclean. I'd have to go back and read that. Sacrifice to extinction. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, he loved the sweet smell of the aroma. You don't know the Bible, stick to what you do know. You don't have to know the Bible. You just have to be able to read words on a page. That's pretty easy. Anyway, to each their own. Be a good person. That's all that matters. And if the book helps you do that, hey, more power to you. We've got openings. This can be a quick show. Anybody want to jump on? Everyone told me give people 2 minutes, cut them off, and don't let them go extra. And then look what happens. We have nobody calling in. We have nobody here. Again, is it on the screen? Should be. 888-698-FLAT. 888-698-FLAT is the number if you want to call in. Or tinyurl.com/cornerism if you want to share your screen. Or maybe you want to be seen. Maybe you're some sort of supermodel or who knows? Who knows at all? That's true. Dave is correct that the flood would not have killed the fish. So the fish, they were chilling. The whales, thank goodness, because that would have been tough to get the whales on the boat. I'm glad we didn't have to do that. Let's go with Roller Wellness. Welcome to the show. You need to mute the show and just leave this on.
Hey, what's happening, man? Can you hear me okay?
I hear you great. Go ahead.
Hey, how goes it? Hey, I was wondering, I wanted to see if I could do a quick share screen because I wanted to show a couple, with my things about vitamins, minerals, nutrients, all these things, and I just wanted to discuss 2 trace minerals that everyone should know about that they don't know about.
Sure, go ahead and try and share. Let's see how it works.
Let me see. I've never done a share screen.
So right at the bottom of the screen, it should say share.
Right.
And then click that.
So will it just be, I see share screen? There we go. Let's give it a shot.
Usually if you hit share and then share screen, then they'll bring up like a bunch of boxes. Click the one that says screen 1. It'll turn blue, and then click share.
All right, let's see. All right. Am I sharing here?
Nope.
Maybe. No, I don't know what I hit here.
Okay. What are you looking at? What's on the screen right now?
It says who wants to share, but it's not showing me what to do. It's like an entire screen. We've got a window.
Yeah. So see where it says entire screen? Click it. Click it one time. It'll put a blue outline on it, and then click the share button.
Entire screen. Okay. I've clicked it, but it will not allow me to share. Maybe we need to share the system audio here. If worse comes to worse, I can just wing this thing. It's fine.
All right, let's wing it this time.
Yeah, so because I wanted to share a couple, just a quick clip from my Instagram. But anyhow, basically the 2 trace minerals that your doctor should know about that nobody knows about is chromium and vanadium. And the reason why these things are important is because, one, chromium, when that was discovered in the 1950s by a doctor named Dr. Walter Merced, he was able to literally turn diabetes off and on in rats simply by withholding or giving chromium, right? And so the really interesting thing about chromium is the fact that there's a lot of it in natural wheats, right? But because it goes through this refined process, all the chromium is then taken out of it. And then on top of that, when we eat these refined sugars or refined carbohydrates, it actually depletes us of chromium even more so. So the crazy thing about that is the fact that if anyone that's suffering from insulin resistance, PCOS, which a lot of ladies deal with that, that's a huge one. Now, the second one that I wanted to talk about was vanadium. And the reason why that's so important is because that actually helps insulin resistance. And it's not like it...
Sorry, that's not you.
No worries, man. So basically what I have on my Instagram is just, and I just went ahead and screenshotted the cliff notes here, but there was in 1985, so this is a long time ago now, a UBC discovery, so that's a college in Canada, said that UBC discovery may eliminate diabetics' need for insulin shots. Right. And so that's by giving them vanadium. And the reason for it is because it is a trace element found throughout the environment that can mimic the effects of insulin or enhance the effects of small amounts of insulin present in diabetics. So this was a huge announcement in 1985. But has anyone ever really heard about it? No, simply because it works, and because it works extremely well. The doctor in the study actually said that this can mean that a diabetic would never have to take insulin ever again. And at the very least, it would reduce the amount that they would have to take. Vanadium in one form or another can be a substitute for insulin and could greatly improve the life of diabetics, right? And so these are things that it's well known. You know, I've gone through my page and have tons of information on there from PubMed and showing recent studies that show vanadium to be different or to be extremely useful for diabetics. But you'll never learn this from your doctor, you know? And so what can we do though? You can definitely message me if you are suffering from something like this, and we can let you know what supplements we have that contain a ton of chromium and vanadium, and, you know, get you on the other side of, insulin resistance. So, but yeah, that's pretty much all I had to represent today. I wanted to show videos with someone a little bit smarter than me talking about it. But it's all good. So there's a lot of information there.
Next time. It might have something. It might have something to do with you have to give the thing permission to share your screen, which is if there's a little camera up at the top of your URL bar.
Okay.
You should be able to click that and then make sure you have all the permissions for next time.
Right. I'll definitely I'll try to look into it a bit more. I'm
And
not the most
StreamYard is
computer-savvy
free as
person.
well, so you can just get an account at StreamYard. It's free, and then practice with it so that you're a pro by next time.
Nice. Sounds good, man. Sounds good.
All right, have a good one.
All right, take care.
You too. All right, let's see if we've got anybody online with the phone, and then if not, oh, we do. Let's go to the phone lines. 1 second, let me fix this. Let's go here. All right, on the phone, let's. Oh, I got to get to. This gives me a good idea for a song. Where is caller? That's what it's called. There we go. All right, let's go to the phones, and we've got up first Anthony. He wants to talk about the sun and more dials diagram, and there's another flat roof. Anthony, welcome to the show.
Hey man, how are you?
Good.
I'm not sure if you're familiar with the Morgile video he did with the lunar eclipse and how the size of the shadow on the Earth is much smaller than what the size of the moon would be, and how the light rays from the sun couldn't be parallel at the same time, just proving like the guy who made the argument that the Earth was curved using the sticks at the different places.
Right.
Right. So like, my point is like, I've noticed that if the rays from the sun are coming at the Earth parallel, or if they're converted or converging and then flip over, regardless, if half of the Earth is being hit by sunlight, the entire sky would be sun, and you couldn't see the edges of it because you can only see like 3 or 4 miles to the horizon. So if you're in the middle of the ocean, the sunlight hitting the Earth would extend beyond what you could see, so the entire sky would be just sun. So you wouldn't actually see a circle or a sun because it's way bigger than the sky that you can see. So your sight only can go for like a few miles in each direction, but the light that comes from the sun would extend beyond that horizon that you could see, making the entire sky just sun, regardless of whether it comes in parallel or converges on itself and flips upside down. If half the Earth is sun, then it extends beyond your visible horizon and would make the entire sky the sun, so you wouldn't even see the edges of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, but the sky is sun during the day, right?
No. I mean, you wouldn't be able to see the circle of the sun because it's so big that it.
What if it's 1 trillion miles away?
If light doesn't bend, then it should still appear to be the same size.
I got you. Okay. I got you.
And then, right? And even if it did converge to just cover half of our planet, it's still way bigger than your eyes can see because it's beyond your horizon. Like, so if you're in Ohio, it's still sunny in California and still sunny in New York. So the parallel rays hitting the Earth means that you can't see beyond your own horizon, and therefore your entire sky, north, south, east, and west, has sun, the surface of the sun, and you wouldn't be able to delineate the circle of the thing itself because it's literally, according to the round Earth model, however wide it is, and you can't see that much distance in width.
All right. I like it.
There's a diagram on this video that kind of illustrates it. If you think about it, it's pretty cool.
Okay, and where can people find you?
In my kitchen.
I'm sure. You don't have a channel or anything, Instagram, a social media presence?
No.
Okay, smart.
No, dude. Thanks, man.
All right, take it easy. Have a good one. Let's go with Yo. It's the Roof Star. I asked your birthday on Facebook, and I just wanted to chew the fat with you, my brother, man. All right, welcome, Roof Star. Did I get that right?
Jaron, that's some pretty good text to type there, or type to text, or voice, whatever that was.
Yeah, it's not bad. Actually, it's a good system here. It's called Call-In Studio. It's not the cheapest, but it's working for me for right now. I've always wanted a call-in board, so I like it.
Yeah, I'm into astrology, and have you ever heard of books called The Secret Language of Birthdays?
No.
Well, I sent you. Okay, it's by Gary Goldschneider, and the first book he put out. Every day gets 2 pages. So I sent you a copy of your page, and I'm going to just read you. Oh, by the way, you share a birthday. If this isn't, I don't mean to dox you or anything.
It's all right.
Can I talk about your birthday?
You can. You
Okay.
could probably
share
leave
a birthday with.
You could leave the year out.
I'll leave the day. Well, I'll just leave the day out.
Oh, okay.
Or whatever. But you share a birthday with Isaac Newton.
Yeah.
Braille, the guy that invented Louis Braille, the French inventor of the reading system for the blind, and you share a birthday with the guy that invented Pitman shorthand. So your day is known as the Day of the Formulator. Those born on this day have a natural talent for solving all sorts of problems. Most often this gift is of a technical nature. Those born on this day specialize in examining a situation and summing up what is wrong with it in a terse, concise style. By being able to formulate what others find it difficult to conceptualize, they put themselves in great demand. So I thought that was kind of, and then it goes on to your technical nature too. And it also says you actually like to do things the easiest way or the simplest.
Okay.
But you're naturally a formulator according to this book, so you're good at solving problems.
I would agree with that. Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, and you're supposed to be more patient with other people. It says you can get very upset over breaches of order, and constant irritations can undermine your nervous system.
Wow.
Oh, on a side note, do you know your blood type?
I think it's the universal one. AB positive?
Okay.
I'm actually not positive on that.
No, the universal's O.
Oh.
Well, AB, you're the universal receiver. You could get it from anybody.
Okay, I think
the O
that's the
can
one.
give it to.
Yes.
What? You're the O?
No, the universal receiver. It's AB, I think.
Yeah, that's the most modern blood type. That makes you emotionally distant, they say. You're a bit of an enigma.
Let's not
I'm
talk
all
about
into
that
the
one
blood
until I
type.
know for sure. Until I know for sure on that one. I forgot my blood type.
Well, you could order a card off the internet. It's $10. You could find out your blood type, and then you could figure out which amino acid is specific for your blood type, because every blood type has an amino acid that will supercharge you, take you to the next level, so to speak.
All right.
So I'm an A, and my amino acid is L-histidine.
Mm-hmm.
The A's have the weakest stomach acid. It's really interesting stuff if you want to look it up, or there's actually books on it.
Okay. And it's no big deal for me to
forth.
send my blood in because I'm already in the system anyway. So they already know me. I wouldn't do it if I wasn't in the system already. I would try and keep that away from them, but I had to get tested for paternity. So, of course, they already have me in the system. They got my DNA.
Are you? Hey, how much time do I have left?
None. You have time to ask a question.
Well, thanks for taking my call.
Well, I don't know if there's anybody
What's
else
that?
waiting. There's nobody else waiting, so you can.
Can I keep chewing the fat?
For a minute. Oh, now somebody else is here, but go ahead. I'll give you an additional 30 seconds.
Oh, well, is Jenny Rose accessible?
Yes, you can message her on Instagram or yes.
What if? Okay, I don't have TikTok or Instagram, so I have to get those apps because I'm trying to get a hold of her on other means, and I just can't find her. But I guess that's her two main things, huh?
And Facebook, she's on Facebook.
Yeah, I don't think that's too active. All right, well, that's all I got. I'll let you get to the other caller.
All right, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Jaron.
Have a good one. All right, and let's go on to the next person. What are we doing here? So somebody else is screening for a call. Let's go to here, and let's take off this, and let's bring on Chris. Chris, welcome to the show. You remind me of people on Omegle. You're not going to show me your penis, are you?
No, sir.
Thank God.
Not at all.
Appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Go ahead. We had to see 2 or 3 yesterday, I think.
Oh, no. I know. They try to get him in there. I know.
They snuck him in.
Yeah, Jaron, I just wanted to say that I've been following you for a few years now, and I've been into all this stuff since 9/11, and I was like the rest of everyone else when I first saw the flat Earth stuff flash. I was like, CIA, PSYOP, I'm not falling for that one.
Stupid idiots.
But once I started once you start looking at the evidence, and I knew an old timer about 20 years. I'm 48 actually, and I knew an old timer back in my 20s that told me, "Oh, we never went to the moon," and I was like, "Oh, George never said thinks we didn't go to the moon. How crazy is he?" Little did I know. But I was just wondering, what's been on my mind, Jaron, lately is I'm thinking with this whole Great Reset nonsense that we're faced with now. You think a part of that comes from the population waking up to the flat Earth and
well, if Dave
pretty
Weiss
much
was here, Dave Weiss
the
would say
cat's out of the bag.
Dave Weiss would say it's the only reason. So
Yeah, the cat's out of the bag, and
yeah, it seems like they
we're
have some
gonna
sort
have
of
to do
time
something about
frame, right? They
this.
seem
I
like they've
mean,
got some sort of time scale that they're trying to meet for whatever reason. So I don't really know if it's the I mean, obviously people were starting to wake up, and the flat Earth might have been a propellant, if you will, or like a it kind of could have caused them to move faster than they wanted to, which is why this whole thing has seemed a little bit rushed. But they were correct if they waited for people to be dumbed down enough that they would accept it all, because people just accepted it hook, line, and sinker.
yeah, I was talking with my wife the other day, and I was thinking, there's so much of the population that I mean, that you just can't wake up. I mean, and I have
Yeah, it took
people
a
in my
while.
own family that, I mean, I still love them, of course, but it seems like I've lost them uh, because they just can't wake up. And I was just long. I don't know how to say it, but long story short, I was, man, I lost my train of thought, but. Uh,
Well, I think we all
I would,
can sympathize with that. We all of us have lost friends and family, or they don't come around as much, or they don't speak to us as much. And you know what? I mean, again, if people don't want to talk to you because you freely speak, then those aren't real friends, and they're not even real family. I mean, they are blood family, but at the same time, I don't want people who want me to conform or nothing, right? I mean, that's basically what their option. And that sounds like a toilet or something. It's even worse sound effect. I gotta fix that one.
yeah, I don't know where that came from.
That's your time. It's just I tried to switch
Okay.
it to a different sound effect, but that one wasn't good. So,
Jaron, I appreciate you having me on here, man. I feel honored, and thanks for letting me get my few words in. And
appreciate you jumping on. Thanks for watching.
You're doing God's work, sir.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, we're gonna go to next is somebody on the phone. Bring that on there. Okay, and who do we got first? Let's read who's been here the longest. We have Jason. Jason, I'm not going to say your last name. I don't know if you wanted that to be said. Jason, welcome to the show.
Hello, it's me. Jeranism, is it you?
It is me.
This is Statham.
Hello, Statham.
This is Jason Statham.
Oh,
I've been watching you on YouTube.
it's
No, serious, mate. I got a question for you. Because I've been looking at the flat Earth and whatnot.
Your impressions are
Tell me,
worse than
what is
mine.
your-
Sorry, go ahead.
What did you say?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Did you say is it good? I'm serious. It's me.
Yeah, it's you. Go ahead.
All right. So I got the question, mate. Settle the fuck down, all right? Don't
Okay.
piss on my parade.
All right. I would never do that.
What is your main evidence that you have for the Earth being flat? I need to know.
Everything about the
Like,
globe
if
is
somebody
nonsense.
was to ask you, what would be the first thing you would mention and say, boom, I ended the argument. I don't need to talk to you for a half hour. And, see you later, cunt. You know what I mean? What would be the one thing that you would use?
You have to tell a story. I would go back and start at Edwin Hubble. I would go into George Ellis, talk about the science that we're told is for our benefit and things is not the case, because science is actually now a purposeful deception, and they admit it. They say that a lot of cosmology tries to hide the fact that they picked their model, they picked the expanding universe, they picked the Big Bang, all on philosophical grounds, where being the center of the universe is scientifically accurate and the observations are perfect. So if science was real, when you have two possibilities, you explore both of them. You would never say, oh, we have to dismiss the fact that we could be the center of the universe because we don't like that. We're modest. We don't like to believe that we're important.
So it's almost tied to an ego, like our egos.
Yes, absolutely ego. So from there, then you can go into all the different things that don't match observations as far as the spinning, the flying through space. It's all a mathematical creation, and it doesn't jive with reality.
Man. That's cool. Well, that's what I know. You don't think it's me, but I do, and I'm on YouTube and whatnot. So I was interested because.
Thank you for taking time out of your busy shooting
like
schedule.
The Megalodon and shit like that. You know, I do fun movies like that. Besides, you're not calling me off like it's the fucking Oscars, mate. All right? You better turn that off or turn a different sound on, like a gunshot or something. All right?
Cut it.
Piss on my parade right now. Where the fuck is David Weiss, by the way? That little guy. I like him. Sometimes I go to sleep listening to him.
Yes.
And just talking about flat Earth. And he does this little hour. I like it a lot, you know? And
yes.
then there's, what do you guys do? Flat smacking? What is that? I like that.
That's what you need to watch. That's how you learn to talk to people about flat Earth.
Don't like smacking people, you know what I mean?
No. It's not hitting people. No, we're not doing that. No, don't. That's against the law, actually.
No, I want to flat smack somebody, you know?
All right, I'm going to let you go because I know you're...
All right, man. Hey, Jeranism, I listen to you. I support you. And,
thank you.
You're a right cunt. Have a good one.
Have a good one. Thank you for that. It's very pleasant. Very nice, that guy. I like Jason Staten or whatever. Let's go with the next person who's been here the longest. It's going to be Just Savior and the Sun. Maybe.
I said your Savior and the Sun.
Oh boy,
you Barry Bond alcoholic.
No, that's not true. He was a great hitter, though. Come on.
Oh yeah, all steroid up. Anyway, I think steroids should have been fair anyway.
They should be. Absolutely.
I want to talk about the sun just a little bit. Now we've talked through the years about it. Now, I'm under the understanding the sun is not physical. Is that what you want to go understanding best we can?
I think it's most likely yes.
And of course I go through the Antonio thing where the sun is the light causes the sun. Okay, that's how people like in New Zealand and Australia can see it from different angles. And you guys try to do it like it's physical. Well, the sun's like this, and it isn't Capricorn and the equator and
Cancer.
What's the other one? Cancer. Aren't they just man-made? They're not really there, right?
They are the furthest the sun goes.
See, that's again to say the furthest the sun is. The sun is never in a location. That's what I'm trying to say. So in the man's fabricated world, they created Capricorn, equator, and Cancer, right?
Yes, but I mean the equator is the place where the sun is above your head, right above your head, and then same thing with Cancer.
Directly when we're in the sun. When I understand that part. During the
equinox,
during equinox.
Correct.
And of course, there's no equinox. We know that. That's only on a ball, right?
Well, I mean, on the equinox, you're supposed to have equal day and night. Now, it doesn't work everywhere on the Earth, but it does work for a majority of places, flat Earth or globe.
Well, the globe would have to be just one time. On a flat Earth, you can go to time of day, and there's 3 or 4 days in between people's equinoxes. Easy.
Right. Okay.
You know that, right?
Yes.
Okay. So there's no equinox far as the globe model goes. That is already. But anyway, I'm just saying the sun could go. And I don't think it's ever fixed in one position. Oh, is that a new thing now?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out a new one. This is garbage.
So anyway, so the sun's not in one position. So I'm just saying we've talked about it before. It's like, to me, it's like the rainbow. You can't position it. It's never there. You say, well, it doesn't go over the Capricorn, or it doesn't go over or Cancer. But that's from our view. From the view of Australia, is it different? Is the view from the north different? You know, I'm just saying, since it's not tangible like the rainbow, then it can't be in one position. It's just how you view it.
Yeah.
Am I making any sense?
Yeah, the difference, I guess, for me is that the rainbow can never be like above your head. You don't really ever look straight up at a rainbow, right? You can never get underneath the rainbow.
There's people actually said they've walked through rainbows. You know, they got videos that saying they actually walked through them.
Really? It should be out a distance from you with the sun behind you.
Exactly. But you know,
I mean, the
if
thing is,
broken, you know, go ahead.
Like where we live in the United States, we never have the sun above our head, right? The sun is
never directly above us.
Correct. So that's because we are outside of the Tropic of Cancer. So if we started walking towards
But the Tropic of Cancer doesn't exist.
No, but it is the place that is the farthest you can go and have the sun still be above your head, which would be on the solstice, June 13th or whatever, 21st.
Oh, the summer solstice, you mean, which is the 20th or whatever of June?
Right. So that's the furthest that the sun migrates north, and then it starts heading back south.
Yeah, I understand that part.
Okay.
But we did.
But it is not a real. It's not a real item. No, of course not.
Yeah, and just getting I'm getting the problem is with the difference that Capricorn and Cancer aren't real. They're just man's fabricated world.
Yes.
That's what I'm just saying. It just blows me away because people want to say the sun is here and the sun is there, and it's just the light. It's just the light that causes the sun, and the sun can appear to anywhere it is. And I know it doesn't come over our head out here, but it does what we call on the equator. I don't know. I just try to get your insight on it a little more.
I'm going to let you go. It's because I kept you way longer than I'm supposed to.
All right, you take care.
All right, bye. All right, and we also have, by the way, I told everybody, remember I said at the beginning, I'm not going to have people calling twice. So whoever keeps showing up, I'm not going to say your name, but you keep showing up and that's why I keep dumping you, is because I'm not taking people twice. So the other thing is, if you want to become a channel member, which you should because it's awesome. No, and I'm still waiting. I'm going to wait till we have a few more people until I do like a members only chat, because as of right now, there's like 10 people that are members. But you go below the video, click join. I don't think you can do it from your mobile. And for $5 a month, you get the little, where's those little icons that, what's his name had up there? Oh, I lost him. You get some emojis. I get like a bunch more. I just have to make them. So you can see Austin did my logo, no Earth there, NASA lies, and then don't ever go full RV. Okay. And it's only $5, and then I think you get like free super chats or something, and you don't have to adhere to the slow mode in chat. And there's other things you get. I need to think about this. I can't remember right off the top of my head. And then I do think I have it set up for super chats to appear on the screen and new members to appear on the screen. So I'm guessing I have no super chats and no new members or no new channel members today. If I'm wrong about that, then I don't have it set up correct. Let's go to David Henry. David, welcome to the show, and let's get it on.
Yeah, how you doing?
Fantastic. Yourself?
I'm doing good.
Good. Okay, you can start right now. Go ahead. You're on. David, you're on. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah.
I know what the problem is. You're listening to the show on YouTube or Rokfin and not on the tab the StreamYard tab. So that's why you're listening to me in a delay. So I'm just going to shut up now and let you talk. And when you start talking, your 2 minutes will begin.
Okay. I just want to say a little bit of background. I'm a U.S. Air Force radar tech. I worked on Okay, great. Yeah, I'm a U.S. Air Force radar computers, and I just want to say back then we were under SAC, which was during the Cold War, and the B-52 pilots had the missions. In fact, I would debrief them after their mission, they would be debriefed by
somewhere.
The issue was that in order for them to fly under the radar, they had to fly 500 feet off the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way I could turn this off, this delay?
Yeah, you have to turn off YouTube or Rokfin.
Okay.
Hit mute on there, and then just listen to me on the StreamYard tab.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, you're good. I don't know why you still have a delay. Did you turn off YouTube and Rokfin? All right, I'm going to have to make a video of how to do this for people because they're not getting it. Oh, you're muted. David, you're muted. All right, there you go. Go ahead.
So anyhow,
I'll give you another minute. Go ahead.
B-52 pilots during SAC, their missions were to fly under the radar, 500 feet off the ground. So 500 feet off the ground, flying at 500 miles per hour. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Am I good?
You're good. You're good.
Okay. 500 feet per 500 miles per hour at 1,500 feet, or 1,500 feet of curvature. Ask any B-52 pilot, did they have to compensate for the curvature of the Earth? That's what you need on this show. You need pilots.
Mm-hmm.
You need technicians.
I agree. Those are the toughest people, though, to get to speak out. You'd have to have somebody retired or something, right? Because if you
exactly. I agree with you 100% there.
Yeah, that's the hard part.
In fact, one of my other jobs was what they call a TA alignment, which is a trade avoidance alignment,
mm-hmm.
which we align the radar, the computers to a level coming off the B-52 nose. Are they?
Okay, I'm going to let you go. Call back next week because I think people would want to hear what you have to say, but it's just a delay is not working out, and we're getting a lot of silence. So,
okay, sounds good.
And I'll mention it again what you need to do because I don't think people get it. All right, thank you. We're going to bring on Peter next. Peter, give me 1 second just so I can mention things to everybody. So again, if you're going to go the StreamYard way, as soon as you click the link and you go to StreamYard, go to wherever you were watching the show, YouTube or Rokfin, and turn off the audio. And then go back to the StreamYard tab, and you'll be able to hear the show in real time there on StreamYard where there's no delay. So if you're on YouTube, you're going to be listening to me 30 seconds or 15 seconds behind. All right, go ahead, Peter. Welcome to the show. And
hey, thanks, Jaron. How are you doing?
Good. You?
I had three things. One, I wanted to show your viewers something. I'm going to try to share my screen.
Okay, let's try it.
Let me know if it's working.
Yes, it's good enough. I'll try and fix it.
Okay, so this you can just do on a basic Google search. And I haven't seen anybody in the community bring this up. It doesn't really prove anything except that they're lying, but it's something that you can show people that who are super, super skeptical about it. And essentially all I did was I did a search for how many miles is San Francisco to London, 5,300. How many hours is a flight from San Francisco to London? 10 hours. How fast does an average commercial plane fly? About 500 miles an hour. So then I checked the distance from Cape Town to Buenos Aires, 4,200 miles. So that should take about 8.5 hours. But then when you search the flight time, it's 33 hours and 15 minutes. So Google's totally contradicting itself here.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought that was something interesting to bring up.
Yeah, no, very interesting. Okay, you're back there. Okay, we'll get that one off there.
Yeah, and I had a question for you. So when Dave brings up, that image that he brings up of the Antarctica and then the outer space, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
So my issue with that is, if there is outer space, how are they like the sun's not reaching them? You know what I mean?
Yeah, there would have to be another sun.
So do you have any idea on what you would think about how that works exactly?
No, but I've heard people discuss whether, I mean, like the guy Martin used to say that it could be that Mars and those other planets are actually suns from distant lands. That I don't have any evidence of that. I'm just saying what somebody said. But
I realize.
No,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So in that map, and we've seen that map before, there's like Anubis, and there's like names of the sun and the moons and the other places. Now I don't know who came up with that. There's no evidence, so nobody's seen that. Of course, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the problem with that.
I realize my time's up, but I did have one other thing that
shoot. Go real quick.
Important.
Go real quick. Okay.
Okay. So there's an idea that Dave touches on. This idea that it's basically about why the lie, right? So he says that it's because you're so much more powerful than you realize. But he never really expands on that, and I'm really kind of surprised and stumped as to why like more people who learn the flat Earth haven't taken this next step. Because along my journey, it was like understanding the flat Earth was important first before I could start to understand these ideas about the law of attraction. Because if we're a result of evolution and we're just here by happenstance, I could never make the logical leap to thinking, oh, we can create reality with our minds. But this is something I have personal experience with, and there are millions of people out there who are already understanding this. So I had this idea my whole life, and I think most people have this same idea: is that things are happening to you. But what I've learned recently is that that's not the case. It's that things are happening for you. Everything's happening for you, and you're creating it with your thoughts and your beliefs. An example of this is like when I first started learning about how everything's controlled by these few people who are trying to create a slave planet for us. I started getting like really, really depressed about it, and the more I like focused on that, it kind of felt like the walls were closing in on me, and like there was no more opportunities and all that kind of stuff. But since I had this sort of spiritual awakening, it completely changed my life, and it just like all these doors started opening, and just like started feeling a lot better. Take the news for example. You know how like it's always doom and gloom on the news, right?
Of course.
And every day, like we're all connected, and the reason for constantly putting this negative stuff on the news is because it lowers the vibration of our collective consciousness.
Of course, yeah.
And the lower our vibration is, the easier we are to control.
Yes.
So yeah, that's my main message was that like you are creating your reality. You just have to start to learn a little bit about it. I'd suggest checking out Eckhart Tolle or Wayne Dyer, or just do a YouTube search about law of attraction and learn more about it.
All right. Well, thanks. And I believe in that fully, and I actually have evidence of it being true. And I wish more people would recognize that, but it's a tough thing to explain to people. So we'll do that in the future. Let's go to the phone lines real quick because I want to make sure we get those, and I'll give it to you guys on StreamYard momentarily. Let's start with where are we at? Somebody's been waiting 20 minutes. So I want to talk about how the sun doesn't light up the other side of the North Pole when the sun is in the northern hemisphere. Welcome to the show, caller.
Hey, can you hear me okay?
Hear you great.
Okay. So there's an issue that I've had for a while with the expanse of daytime when the sun is in Tropic of Cancer compared to when it's in the south, and how daytime lights up a greater portion of the earth. So I was thinking about possible solutions, and it's something that I actually haven't seen any flat earther really talk about, and I'm not sure if you've ever talked about it. But recently, like I've never read the Bible before, and recently I began reading it, and I started in Genesis, and it kind of blew my mind because on Genesis verse 3, it said, God said, let there be light, and then he divided day and night, and then more stuff happened like plants and water, and then on verse 14, God said, let there be luminaries, and he created the sun and the moon. So the thing that I'm thinking is it possible that daytime is not just from the sun, like the sun provides heat and light, but maybe daytime itself is made by the firmament itself that
Correct.
creates the daytime,
Yeah.
which could explain the spread of light in daytime when the sun is in whichever position.
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of people believe. You check out the YouTube channel Dan Dimension. He does a whole thing on all the different gases and what color they glow, and like neon glows, the blue that we see in the sky, or whatever the gas is that glows blue, is up there in abundance. So I think it's an excellent point.
Yeah, and another thing that I don't see talked about, and it's a bit more far out there, is looking into Mount Meru. It's quite interesting because of the theories that the idea that it could be in the North Pole in a gigantic inverted mountain, and that could actually be blocking the sun when it's in the north from making the light pass across. It's a bit more out there, but it's always fascinated me.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for that. Where can people find you if they want more info?
I'm Oofmatic. That's OOFMATIC, like unique name, I guess.
All right. Awesome. Thank you for calling. I'm going to let you go, and we're going to go to the next caller.
All right. Thank you so much. Take care.
Yeah, have a good one. I almost dropped myself. That would have been good. Drop. I cannot find a sound effect. It's so funny. I'm trying to find one, but I can't listen to it, so I can't sample it. I just have to put it in. All right, let's go with Trap OBC. I don't know what the hell that means. Trap OBC. Is this trap clap?
I think I said claptrap.
Oh, it didn't quite hear you well.
And then I said Happy Obesity Pride Month.
No, it didn't say that either.
I don't know. It finally failed us. But on these plane topics, I thought a lot about body weight this past month for Pride, and
okay.
I was thinking if someone in Florida took a flight to say like I don't know, Colorado, and they weighed themselves before the flight, like before they boarded, then they weighed themselves like during the flight, like when it's at altitude at like 40,000 feet, and then like when they landed, and see if like they remained the same weight throughout the whole flight.
It would be weighed. I mean, you would have to have too exact of a scale, and you're going to lose weight on the flight. And when you're at altitude, it doesn't really matter because the cabin is pressurized. So you should expect.
Well, wouldn't it be pressurized at like 15 or 7 pounds? I don't know, like it's kind of weak pressurized.
I don't know. I thought it was pressurized to ground level, so I could be wrong. It's possible. It's happened like once
I don't know.
or
My
twice.
ears still pop every time, so.
Huh?
My ears still pop every time I go on a flight.
No, I'm saying, don't they pressurize it so that it's like being on the ground? Right? So what I'm saying is the weight would be the same in the plane, but you would be losing weight over time. You can even gain weight over time. Maybe you had too many peanuts.
Well, yeah, you don't eat or drink or try to use don't use the restroom, so it'd be kind of difficult if it's like a 6-hour flight.
Yeah, it'd be better to
But,
get something
I mean,
that maintains the same weight, like a 1 kilogram ball or something.
Oh, or your 50-pound luggage, but I think it would have to be substantial to where it would. I don't know.
I don't know either. Tough one.
But because have you heard of people like going to like the top of the Rocky Mountains, weighing themselves, and driving down and weighing themselves?
I've heard of it.
Something like
Yes.
that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's like
But that makes
the
sense to me
pressure
because
of the atmosphere
the
is
pressure is
pushing down
less.
on us,
Yes, that makes sense to me.
and that's what's causing the weight, our weight. So I was thinking if we get up there on a plane and weigh yourself, but I didn't really think of the pressurization of the airplane.
Correct. You would have
Hey,
it'd be way different on
Hey,
a
are
mountain.
you still
than it would-
doing a? Yeah, I haven't done it, but are you still doing push-ups? Are you up to like 564 push-ups a day now?
No, I should be up to that many. Right now, I'm doing some benching in the morning. That's it.
Yeah, I did like 25 push-ups one day, and I was like, "Wow, that was a lot." And then I kind of just
You're like
fell
me.
off.
You're like me. I got to like 25 or 30.
Yeah,
I'm
I was
like,
like-
let's go lift weights
But
instead.
I
It's a
did.
little bit hard on me.
I didn't add one every day like you said you were gonna do. I was like, "Man, he's gonna get up to like 70."
Well, you add one to
and-
every day, and then you have to eventually stop that. But
well, I break it up ridiculously.
yeah,
All right,
works.
man.
All right. Well, thanks for calling.
Do I got how much time? We'll see the sound effects.
2 seconds. Oh, I like that one. It's just 3 heartbeats.
It's very faint. Is it
All
a
right.
heartbeat?
Yes, it's just at least it's good for now.
I kind of like the brake skidding. I think the brake stopping skidding is pretty good.
Yeah, but it was too loud. It's too abrupt and scares me.
It was sharp and short. So the caller hears it. That one was super soft for me on my side.
All right, I'm going to let you go. Thank you very much for the call.
It's your show. You do what you want.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And let's drop Trap. And do we have anybody else? Terminated calls? Nope. All right, let's head back over to the StreamYard. And we've got Untethered Truth. Welcome to the show. Your time begins now.
Hey, Jeranism, how you doing?
Fantastic.
Hey, I have a channel I started about a year ago, and I haven't really gotten to the flat Earth stuff yet because I'm kind of laying a groundwork for other things, scientism, generally speaking.
Good.
But I'm kind of into the climate change stuff right now because there's a lot of deceptions about that and depopulation, and I'm kind of like, I haven't quite jumped in because I've got a Facebook group that's been growing, and a lot of people I know, and there's family members, and it's kind of hard for me to think about how to kind of jump into flat Earth. What would you say to do?
Well,
on that,
if I had to do it all over again, I wouldn't say the words flat Earth. I would just talk about the globe, call myself a globe skeptic. And every time somebody said, "What are you, a flat earther?" I'd say, "I didn't say that. I said, I don't think we live on a globe. I think this is why." And I would go through that. So I think that would be a more successful, because people immediately dismiss you if you're a flat earther. So I think that that's going to hurt more than if you try and drill home that we don't live on a globe, and then let people discover the other option, which is obviously the flat Earth.
Well, I'm a Christian, and so I kind of believe the Bible model, which so I would probably brand it like biblical cosmology. That's kind of how I've set it up in an intro video. I just haven't really gotten into it, but I wanted to say also that I
was going to say, if you're a Christian, if you're a Christian, then I do think you need to at least talk to people about the fact that it's really difficult for me to understand how you can be a Christian, Bible believing Christian, and think that we're flying through space. Those two things just don't jive, and yet 98% of Christians believe in the Bible, yet don't believe when it says the Earth doesn't move. They believe the Earth moves because they cucked.
Yeah,
they cucked to science.
I can tell you.
Go ahead. You got a couple seconds.
Yeah, sorry. I can tell you that when I came. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. You have a couple seconds. I said.
Sorry, there's a little delay. Oh, anyway. I also wanted to say, that Professor Dave guy is a real jerk, man. I saw what he did to Dave. I thought that was really crappy. And I actually got on that video and threw out some things, and he deleted one of my comments because I talked about the NASA documents that reveal that flat Earth, flat non-rotating Earth is how they get their calculations to work, and he deleted that comment. So I think he definitely is I don't know. I wanted to go a little bit harder, but I feel like you probably would have reported me or something. But
probably.
Anyway,
not a professor. And good news is, I believe this week at some point that myself and Austin Whitsitt are going to be doing an attack, a dismantling of the good old not a professor. So that's coming up.
Yeah, I mean,
Saturday.
when he talked about, the flight from, I guess it was Australia to South America, I found that kind of interesting because, it does seem like a pretty far distance on the azimuthal, map, but it just makes me wonder, how accurate is anybody on the maps that we have?
Yeah, not very.
I just wonder how that works with
flight times and things like that would all be easily managed by a computer. So you could get places faster.
So you think they can go faster than 500 miles an hour?
Oh, for sure. In the South, for sure, they can go 1,000 miles per hour because there's a 200 to 300 mile per hour wind that they admit, right? So if there is a 400, 500 mile per hour wind, we wouldn't know, and neither would pilots, because pilots would look at their controls, and that's how they know how fast they're going. You wouldn't be able to look outside the window and know you're moving twice as fast ever.
Yeah.
Because you
well, with the flight.
Go ahead.
With the flight from Chile back to Australia be the same time?
No, it's a little bit slower because
about.
the trade winds go to the east. So, but there is winds at different levels that go to the west. So we've seen that, and I'm talking just 1,000 feet difference. So if you're at 34,000 feet, let's say, you could have a 200 mile per hour wind one direction. By getting up into the next level, you can have a 100 mile per hour wind in the other direction, just by climbing 1,000 feet.
Really interesting.
And
that's something I had never heard before, and I think that's really. I see. The thing is, that's another reason why I haven't jumped into it quite yet, because I'm like, there's so many things that you can learn over this, and I've been studying this for about 5 years.
Yeah, there's lots to learn.
I still don't know quite for sure if I'm ready for everything someone might ask me a question about. So.
Yeah, and you know what? Just make sure you tell people that you don't know everything and that you're okay with that. I mean, that's because people think when you start talking about the flat Earth or that you don't believe in the globe, they want to know all the answers as if we, could come up with that in a matter of 5 years or 10 years. I mean, first of all, it's been hidden from us. Second of all, we have no money. All of what they've discovered and what they've tricked people with and put in textbooks has all been done with government money. Everything that's ever been explored, every map that's ever been made, every coastline that's been drawn up is government money. It's not private citizens. So now that we're private citizens and we're saying we don't believe what we've been told, well, we don't have the money to go and replicate what they've done. We don't have the money to send people out like Captain Cook with a boat full of 75 people to go travel around the outskirts. So, all right, I'm gonna let you go.
Sure.
We have a lot of people here, and let me bring on my buddy here, Impulse Zams. Thanks so much, man. The intro was dope.
Yo, I appreciate it. Well, yeah, hell yeah, bro. It was an honor fucking even making that shit.
That was nice. In one day, too. People don't believe me. We talked about it this morning, and it was done.
This is what I do, bro. Making music, that's what I do. It's like writing songs is something I do on a daily basis. So that's it. And honestly, your idea boosted it, made me even more inspired. So
I think I have pretty good, in my head, I can picture what I want, picture the song, but I suck at.
I was reading the lyrics that you sent, that you just typed up on the spot, and I was like, I can work with this. Like, if you were to type something up, I can turn it into something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We can always do something.
I like it because there's a couple other things I'm going to need intros for. I love that kind of stuff, intro stuff.
Me too. That's all. That's like my main thing is like hooks and like.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Stuff like that.
And my wife and I love doing parodies because, I mean, those are just easy because you already have the rhyming structure. At least you have the song structure. So you're just writing lyrics for it.
Exactly.
All right. Tell everybody where they can find you, though, for sure.
You can find me on Instagram at Impulsive Zams that's impulsive with a Z. I use a Z because my name Zams. Impulsive Zams. On Instagram and on YouTube, you can find me at Impulsive Music. I don't know if I'm shadow banned because I just released a music video that's got some stuff that YouTube probably doesn't agree with. But yeah, you can find me on YouTube. Main reason I came on here because I have a couple of friends. Like, I was the one person out of my friends that did not go to college. I just never been a school person. Always just didn't like it. I just went to a barbecue and we try to have a conversation, and I try not to talk too much about it because people that are not into it will feel overwhelmed.
Right.
But their main argument, he's like, I have an earth science degree. How are you going to say all these things when it's all been proven? It's all the information's there. If you go, and it's like,
yep.
You went to school, you memorized. This is what I said. You went to school, you memorized all this stuff, but did you actually go and do the footwork and go out and do it yourself? And no, he's never done that.
No.
And it's like, they don't want to hear anything else. My question is, like, do you believe there's some people who will just never accept it, never let the information in?
Yes. Yeah, because it's a pride thing. And I can understand that. Like, if I went
to a degree, you went to school.
If I went to school for 4 years and got a degree, worked my ass off, had $100,000 in debt, and somebody tried to tell me I don't know about that subject, I'm going to laugh at them. Like, you didn't go to school, bro. You're an idiot. So it's what they do on purpose. And those guys are all order followers. They're all just yes men. They would do anything.
Go back talking about the Rockefeller taking over the education system and stuff like that. But they just like, oh, why would they do that? They can't wrap their head around it. And for me, it's honestly like I unplugged myself from the matrix, and now I can't unsee like I see it everywhere. So
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
everywhere, huh?
there's nothing I can do. Like it's crazy. Yeah, so much more I'd like to say. I have so much things I'd like to say, and
Well, maybe we could do a show where we just talk, listen to some of your music or something, and then tell
For
everybody
sure.
where they can get a hold of you, where they can find you.
Yeah, you can get a hold of me again on Instagram at Impulsive Music. I mean, Impulsive Zams. It's right here up on the screen. Impulsive Zams, same as on Instagram, and Impulsive Music on YouTube. So it's the same thing, just instead of Zams, it's music.
Sweet.
On YouTube.
I
And
love
I
it.
appreciate you, Jaron, bro. I appreciate it for letting me on the show and stuff.
Thanks so much. We'll be talking, and hit me up on Telegram more than Instagram, because I check Instagram every couple days, but I don't even
got
have
you.
notifications on, so I'll never even be notified if you message
I'll
me.
definitely hit you up on the Telegram,
All right.
bro.
Thanks,
Thank
bro.
you. Take care, man.
We're going to listen to your intro one more time because I've got to run to the restroom, but I'll just show it to you because, again, this is a beat I found today and gave him some lines and said, well, throw this together, and you did a great job, but let me go pee while I play this. I'll be right back, and we got a lot of people waiting. So, Lowry, I see you waiting there, bud. You're going to be next just because I saw that you joined as a channel member. Thank you very much for that. See you in a minute. Let's play this. It's only a minute long. I think I have time to pee. Here it goes. Thank you again to Impulsive Zams for this awesome intro. I'm very excited about it. Here we go. See you guys in a second.
This is a test. This station is conducting a test of the emergency broadcasting system. This is only a test.
Welcome. This is the Jeranism show.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. This is the Speaker's Corner, where we speak truth, see truth. Speaker's Corner, yeah, they see through, we see you. Speaker's Corner, where the people get to talk, where real ideas and thoughts spark. This is art on the Speaker's Corner. 2 minutes hit the spotlight. Speaker's Corner, where 2 minutes gets your mind right. Speaker's Corner, where the people get to talk, where real ideas and thoughts spark. This is art on the Speaker's Corner.
And I almost made it. That was a quick one. All right, let's get back to an awesome song, even though I didn't get to listen to it. I'm sure it was awesome. Let's get back to reality here. Let's bring on Lowry. Lowry, what's up, my friend?
What's happening, man?
How are
You
you?
good?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for becoming a channel member. You are a good guy.
You're welcome. I'm having a taco.
Nice. From where?
Taco truck downstairs.
All right, it's better than Taco Bell. I was going to say, otherwise you'll be in the bathroom the rest of the night.
I was thinking maybe I saw the guy that called in earlier with the shirt off. I was thinking maybe I'll call you from the tub next time.
Please don't.
I'm not. It's not gonna be like that guy yesterday who was jerking off in that tub.
Holy
That was-
smokes.
that was a lot.
What's wrong with
I
people?
was not ready for that. I mean, I was literally not ready for that. I was like, whoa.
Neither was I.
But that's what you get. That's like a chat roulette thing, right?
I guess. I don't know why that gets people. I mean, they have to know that whoever sees that is going to immediately turn it off. So what that gets them off, I guess. They're like, yes, somebody
You were
saw me
pretty-
for 3 seconds.
You were pretty quick on like shutting it down, so that was pretty good. But
It's not
anyway, I
fun.
want some more emojis for my membership.
Yeah, what do you want? Give me some ideas.
I was just thinking maybe the chat needs to just like throw down every single idea for new emojis, just because if I'm going to be
I
paying
think
so
I
much money
get
per year.
10 more. I think I saw yesterday that I got an email saying I've passed the whatever you have to get to have 10 more unlocked. So if people have a emoji that they want for the channel group, write it in the chat right now, the YouTube chat, and I will make it and get it up for next show.
Cool. I'll yield the rest of my time. I was just going to say hi.
Oh, thank you for yielding your time. Hope you enjoy your taco. And anything you want to shout out, your channel, your show, what's going on with Crumb? You guys doing shows?
Oh yeah. So Crumb and I are returning Sunday night.
Sweet.
We took a couple weeks off, and we got a new song to premiere, and gonna go over some videos and just kind of have a good time, have some laughs.
Awesome.
Cool.
All right, sweet. Thanks for coming in again, and welcome to the coolest club east of the Mississippi.
Awesome sauce. Cheers.
All right, later. Let's get on Mr. Melodome himself, Austin. What's up,
What's
Austin?
up?
How are you? You guys moved in yet or no?
Nah, move-in date's the 5th.
Oh, so you're still at the
So,
hotel enjoying the big pool and laying out by the sun every day.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Nice.
Hey, so my oldest son wants to come on and talk to you about the Earth. Is that all right?
Fantastic. Would love to meet him.
All right. His name's Grayson. All right. Don't talk about COVID. He's on YouTube.
Hello.
What's up, Grayson? How are you?
I am very good.
Good. What do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about how I heard the dumbest thing about the Earth is like how apparently the Earth is a sphere, but the water is flat. So how is it on the ball if it's flat? Is it just floating in midair? Like,
You tell me. You got to ask your teacher that question, and then when they suspend you and send you to the office, then you'll realize there's an issue. No, you got.
honestly, I don't have a teacher.
That's good.
I'm
That's even better. You're
homeschooled.
homeschooled? Fantastic. See, your dad's a good man. I'm going to do the same thing to my son, and anybody that's sending their children to public education probably needs to try and work something out to where they don't need to do that anymore.
Yeah, like they teach you like the stuff that you actually need, like math and how to count and how to write, and then they teach you stuff that you need, like gravity. That's never been proven to exist. They just say, "Oh, this is that," because the apple fell on somebody's head.
Which
Boom,
is
that's gravity.
it's not even a real story.
Make sure you can see now.
They just made it up, like.
Yeah,
Oh,
they love their
what
little
is-
stories. They love their little science stories. It makes them feel good.
Yeah, like, oh, let's say that a president or whoever got an apple fell on his head. Boom, that's what gravity is now.
Right. Did they tell you the story that George Washington never told a lie?
I bet he told a bunch of lies.
I bet you told a bunch of lies. He's a Freemason, and he wasn't even the first president. So how about that for lying?
That's right. That's right.
Well, who was even the first president? Let me guess.
John.
Somebody.
I forgot his name. John Jay or something like that.
Yeah.
Your
Anything else?
Your dad has
Goodbye.
a lot to teach you.
Tell him what website to go to. .live. Melodome.
Melodome.live.
That's right. All right, man. I appreciate you, bro.
All right, take it easy. Later.
Take care, guys. Later.
Thank you, Peter, to becoming a new member. Peter, you are the newest member of the Jeranism Club. I was just going to say, you guys remember that show I did where we were making fun of, and nobody will remember this because I don't think anybody watches my show as much as I think they do, but there was a guy that we were talking about on his show. Every time somebody subscribed, he'd say, "You are the newest member of my channel. And what I do is I give to you." It was just funny. I just was remembering that. Anyway, let's bring on the next guest. This is my brain. Welcome.
Hey, Jeranism, can you hear me?
I can hear you great. You're ready to go.
Dude, I love everything you do with Glowbusters and everybody else, man. It's
Thank you.
a check-in. And I caught this show. I was working in the yard last Sunday and I caught the rebroadcast and I was just sitting in my chair and I'm like, dude, if there's a way to get on, I got to get on there. So this is very exciting, dude. I
Awesome.
even wrote notes.
You wrote notes. Are you ready for your 2 minutes?
Yeah, I'm ready, man.
Let's do it. It starts ahora. Go.
All right. So one of the big things that I love about the flat Earth is being sneaky about it with people. Because if you come right out, I was thinking of Untethered Truth when he was on just a little while ago, a few callers back. Being sneaky about it and looking at people. I just like to look at people and go, man, isn't it amazing that the horizon rises to our eye level? Or I'll ask him questions. I was hanging out with a buddy at his lake house, helping him work on his deck. And I'm like, hey, man, how far away is that city across the lake? And he's like, oh, it's about 25 miles. And I said, the lights we're seeing, is that like, way up, several stories up on these buildings over there? He's like, no, that's street level, man. And I'm like, oh, it's amazing how we could see that from this far away, given, the curvature of the earth. And he just kind of looks at me and goes, yeah, that is kind of wild. He's like, yeah, but and so I love doing that. And I feed so much with you guys because you guys go over so much of the technical stuff and I love it. And I've dove into it a lot, but it's like I stay focused more on the faith aspect from the idea that when you really get into flat Earth and you start looking at everything around, you realize that everything was created for us, because everything comes to our vision. That vanishing point's dead center of our vision. The horizon's dead center of our vision. And to me, that's the most thrilling aspect of the flat Earth.
How
It's
about
like, it's
water? How about that we can float on water? It's ridiculous to me as I've been in the pool every day. I'm like realizing
Yeah.
that it's like a perfect structure that if you even take like you breathe out, then you don't have enough air in your system to float. Just by taking a little breath in, now you can float. That's insane. Think of how precise that needs to be. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, and I used to, the thing is, I've been a ordained minister for a number of years, and now I just do my podcast. That's why I typed in "This Is My Brain," but I'm Jeremy Gibbs. So I'm actually watching you on Rokfin over here. So I'm a member, whatever you call it.
Thank
I'm
you.
a sub.
Subscriber there, Rockman. Thank you.
Yeah, but when I clicked on over here, I was like, all right, I don't know how to log in and stay on the stream. And I was like, okay. And I'm sitting up here in my whole podcast studio, and the only thing I could use was my GoPro plugged into one of my laptops, because I couldn't use my whole ATEM and the whole system. I was like, dang it, I wanted to be able to have my whole system and switch cameras while I was on and just be cool. And I'm like, I guess I just get to be lame. So anyways, it's dude, it's awesome that you did this. I love it, because I'm watching so many different people pop in here and just give their 2 cents, and it's this community. And I really dig it. I dig what what Dave does with the flat Earth. I've showed that app to so many people and said, yeah, here, man, check it out. Or I've, give them my phone, let them check it out. But that's the thing is, to me, that's one of the biggest deceptions out there. And it's creeping in, and it's slowly being exposed. And I think, like, going back to Untitled Truth, you just got to be sneaky about it, how you're doing it. Wise as serpents and harmless as doves. And don't just try to slap people right in the face, and because then they go, oh, no way, this, I was taught in school. And the crazy thing is, dude, I've got like ancient maps. I've got all sorts of really cool maps. I've got those gold foil globes where they're cut in half and put up on. I've got so much of that stuff. And the more I got into flat Earth, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to start putting some of this stuff away, because it just doesn't fit the cosmology anymore.
Right.
And once you start to realize it's such a lie, and you go, man, all they're trying to do is lie us into not being the center of God's creation. And that's the part that gets me. It's like, man, if we're just one little speck surrounded by another speck that's just spinning at all this stuff out here, and we're just one little galaxy in the middle of all this stuff, then we're so insignificant. When you realize it's just we're in a terrarium, man. It's an awesome, beautiful terrarium. And like you said about the water, there's so many different things that are just kick ass, dude. You're like, you start to look at something and you go, wow, we've been really getting with the BS going on with all the the government and everything like that. We've been really getting into more and more of plants, knowing what plants are edible, knowing how things are working with water, having the living water, stuff like that, and the pipes with the circles in them and stuff. So it's just really cool. But I really appreciate,
thanks for jumping on.
you're doing.
And everything you say is great, and love that more people are jumping on. And this show probably will continue, and it will probably even become, I've got a couple people ask me to make this into a podcast. So
absolutely,
I might do that and then start releasing a podcast of it. And then, as long as people are calling in, then we've got enough. Now, some people say I should do it on Rokfin only because they think it would be better for free speech, which I agree with. But again, the audience is at YouTube.
We could say the vote. I've gotten 3 of my. I just got one restored because I protested it on YouTube. But I've gotten 3 of my videos in the last month booted off for talking about the election.
Yeah.
So I've been holding up the last one video we did. We just held up this sign and said it was the safest election ever.
Yes, it was perfect, actually. Every
Perfect
vote was
election.
counted.
And then we just held up the sign every time we said it.
It was actually better than perfect, which is hard.
It was.
Some people didn't even send theirs in, and they still got counted, which was amazing.
Absolutely. It's awesome. Yeah. So, dude, I love it. When you're back on again, I'm gonna have to sneak back in here again. So this was great. Appreciate everything you're doing out there and all the other crew with all the other podcasts. So
sweet. Take it easy. All right, we're gonna check the phone lines real quick and support the show if you can in one way or another. That would be awesome. Mostly because I'm paying a lot for the phone line, and it ain't cheap. But again, if not, what are you gonna do? If we can't afford it, we stop using the phones. We'll just use StreamYard for free. Let's go to the phones. Speaking of that, we've got quite a few people on. My balance is down to $5. This is great. We're going to probably lose somebody pretty soon. All right, we've got first Robin. She wants to talk about how fast astronauts must be moving when they are outside of the space station. Robin, welcome to the show.
Hey, it's not her. It's actually a he, Robin.
Damn it! I thought that we had the first woman ever, but we don't.
I actually spoke to you on the last show as well.
Welcome back.
Thanks, man. I have not currently subscribed to the show or whatever, but I will. I've got Dave's app. I'm a subscriber to the app. I've been starting to shift my money from Netflix and bullshit like that over to these things that I care more about, and I'll definitely do that with you as well, because I really enjoy this show is awesome. I like listening to a lot of different people's opinions. I think it's a great idea. A lot of times, they talk about the space station and the astronauts come out and do the spacewalks, which is utterly ridiculous. And a lot of people say they're going 17,000 miles an hour, but the reality is if they were actually outside the space station and the space station was keeping up with the Earth as it's going around the sun, and the sun as it's hurling through space, the astronauts would be moving, over 1 million miles per hour. So I always think it's funny that 17,000 is ridiculous enough, but
right.
Those astronauts would have to be moving through space at over 1 million miles per hour, which is even more ludicrous. And
but there's no air up there. It's just the magic of space. There's no resistance. You could just fly around. You could fly in space 1 trillion miles per hour and you wouldn't even know.
I guess unless there was one of those pieces of space dust or something, like a particle or something that.
Oh, actually, if you go too fast, you actually start time traveling. That's
probably so.
It's amazing. That's what I think. If you go the speed of light, which is impossible, they say, but if you did go that way, you would basically cease to exist. But if you went just short of it, you would actually travel through time. It's amazing.
Yeah. So, something interesting that's kind of happened for me is I know a lot of people that I consider to be smart people, engineers. I work for an engineer. He's built and sold several businesses, and he is incredibly smart. He thinks of things that I would have never thought of in the business world. But this idea here that he's been fooled about all of these basic truths, the shape of the world and our history and everything. His mind is so he's smart in these certain ways, but the very thing that makes him smart is also a wall, and it's a barrier to allow him to move past it and see these obvious ridiculous falsehoods. And it's incredible to me, But one of the things it's done is it's made me feel like I'm one of the smartest people in the world, because I just automatically consider anybody who has not figured this out, I'm above them. Not above. I think all humans, the value is the same for all humans, but intellectually speaking, and in terms of intelligence, at least once you're presented, we were all there, we were all ballers, but once it's presented to you, if you can't process it and just think about it logically and go, wow, I've really been mind screwed, then that says something about, I think, your ability to think at all critically, so it's amazing to see how people that even if you consider them smart and they have high IQs, it's almost like they seem to be the ones furthest away from the ability to to pull the veils down and see.
I don't want to call them names, but they're pussies and cucks. Just being honest.
True that. One last thing I wanted to say is I go to work Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 at the moment. And actually, I like my job. The guy I work for, he is an engineer, but he's a great guy, and he's a friend of mine. We play volleyball together, and he's an entrepreneur, and we're building a business together. And it's actually a lot of fun, and we've got this really great culture, and it's casual. We wear flip flops to work and everything. So I'm hanging in there, and I think we're eventually going to be able to sell this business, and it'll be good for me financially in terms of the matrix that we live in. But
awesome.
I'm starting to think about the future plans, and one of the things I had in mind is maybe starting a website or podcast or some combination there where we begin to start to try to find some solutions, so we just come up with topics like free energy.
It's a good idea.
Like let's find out how they did it, and let's bring in experts. I'm not an electrician. I don't know anything about electricity or magnetism, but I know people do, and so I'm thinking it just becomes a hub for like, let's start to solve these problems. How do we recreate the free energy? How do we start running cars on water? How do we get it? How do we go explore the places that they tell us that we can't? We got to start somewhere. Plant the seed, have the objective, start to gather ideas. We can get some momentum. I personally believe that a lot of it is, mental and spiritual. The intention has power, so starting somewhere and getting a lot of minds and like-minded people placing our attention on solutions and heading towards them, would be something beneficial. So it's just something that's brewing.
All right. Well, I do appreciate the call, and maybe we'll call back next week. We'll see you again.
All right, man. Thank you.
Take it easy. All right. We are dropping that one, and we're going to turn off. I already turned off the screen, but I'm shutting down the StreamYard for now. And let's shut that down. We're back over here. So just the phone lines are open, but I'm going to be shutting that down soon too. Actually, it's going to shut me down because I'm going to run out of money. Let's see if there's anybody waiting. Yes, I selected flattered. I don't know what that means. Let's bring them on. 907, you're on the air. How's it going?
Hello, Jaron. My name is Sid.
Sid?
And yeah, Sid, C-I-D.
Hello, Sid.
Yeah. Yeah, anyway, I wanted to tell you why I think it's a flat earth. And I live in Arctic, Alaska, about 15 miles north of the Arctic Circle.
Okay.
And during solstice months, the summer months, it doesn't get dark here, so I can see the sun 24 hours a day. And
shill, he's a liar. He's a shill. Liar. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm not a shill.
There's channels.
I really
there's
do
channels
live in
that
a
say
village.
that there's channels that say that the sun does not go around the North Pole. If you can believe it or not, that's the guys who all have the square maps and all that stuff. They all claim that the sun doesn't go.
What I'm saying is, it's 10 p.m. my time, right? And I live in the Arctic Circle, and I can see the sun to my northeast.
Right.
And at the same time, Australians can see the like 2 o'clock in their afternoon or something. I don't know what their time zone is, but at the same time, to my southeast, I can see the moon during its cycle, and the East Coast, it's dark there, and they can see the moon also.
Does the moon ever do a 24-hour circle around you?
In the winter months.
Okay.
I believe there's a winter solstice, like the moon has its own solstice also. Not just the sun, but the moon has a solstice, winter, summer, because in the winter we see the moon more often than we actually see the sun. So I grew up native here in Alaska. I watched the sun and the moon my whole life. I was a glober, taught in school, brainwashed until I got older and listened to real people like you and Dearth and others. And I believe now, after reasoning my point of view, where I could see the sun and the moon at the same time as Australia, and I can see the moon the same time as East Coast, I'm in the middle of everything, and just Dearth, his model that with the dome, I think that's accurate, because if I'm in the middle and I can see what Australians and East Coasters see, then it's Dearth's clock is right. Because
you can't argue with the fact
that the sun doesn't go down in the summer.
Yeah, the clock is right as far as the sun
doesn't go down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the sun doesn't go down really; it just goes around, and at the same time the moon does. And when I can see them both, it makes me think Dearth's model is more accurate than the ball model. I mean,
without a doubt, yeah.
That's just my opinion, and Sorry if I sounded like a show. I was nervous. I'm nervous.
No,
talking
no, no.
to
I was
you now.
joking around with you. There's the guy from I can't remember his name. Awake Souls. One time made a video saying that there is no 24-hour sun in the north, and I challenged him. I said, let's both buy a ticket to, I can't remember, there's some city in Greenland, I think, that starts with a Q. It's like famous. I can't think of the name right now. Qualk or something. I don't know, some weird name. Anyway, I told him, let's both buy a flight there. We'll go there. We'll observe it in July. And whoever's right, the other person has to pay his entire trip. And he declined. He didn't want to do that. So, but I was willing to do that because I know enough people who've seen it.
Yeah. The other is if I can see the sun to my northeast, and Australians can see it to whatever direction they see it at the same time of day, like if we were all on the phone at the same time, like me and somebody in New York and somebody in Australia, like a meeting call or something, I can tell them, hey, the moon is to my southeast. And Australia can be like, I don't see the moon. And, you know, I can tell Australia, hey, I see the sun to my northeast. And they can be like, oh, it's to my whatever direction, you know? Yeah. And like triangulation, like we can figure out Earth's dome map and really figure out that circle through global communication, like instant communication like we're doing. And, you know, I can say the moon's this way and the sun's this way, and I can have a visual on it. And East Coast guys can be like, no, it's this way to me. And Australia can be like, no, it's this way to me. And we can get higher accuracy through communications throughout the globe on the position, the actual position of the moon and the sun.
It's a good idea.
Through triangulation, through three different points around the Earth, viewing the same thing or two things. Yeah. But that was just, you know, my observation and my realization of, you know, the flat Earth. Like I said, I grew up a glober and I believed in all the constellations, this, that, and everything. And that damn North Star doesn't move, and it won't.
And neither do we.
It won't move.
And neither do we. Yeah, it's crazy to me. I can picture right now if I stand out my driveway and I look straight ahead, I'm looking north, and I can see the North Star every night. And to think about the fact that what they're telling me is happening is I'm spinning around the North Pole and turning back where I was when I look at it tomorrow night. That's insanity.
Yeah.
Not even that I'm actually turning direction. I'm actually facing the opposite direction at some point. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So anyway, thanks for the call. I do appreciate it. Well, go ahead.
Yeah. To me, the North Star is more upwards, not a direction. It's like above. Yeah, I got to look up to see it.
I wonder if it's, what is it, like 70 something degrees or 66? It was 66 degrees.
No, it's no. Yeah. Oh, I thought you were talking about temperature. It snowed last night. I got
no. I mean, it's
right now.
It's 66 degrees in the sky, right? If 90 straight above you and 0 is at the horizon, it's more than 45. It's 66, I think, right? Because you're at the 66.
It's more than 45. It's more than 45 for sure. It's closer to 66, between 66 and 90, depending on what night I look at it.
Oh, I gotta do some tests too that I saw. I've been meaning to do, and I keep forgetting. I don't know what it would tell me, but it might tell me something. So when I was at the Flat Earth conference, and I don't remember who it was that brought a telescope for everyone to look through, and I looked through the telescope. They were looking up at the moon, and then I walked somewhere, and when I was coming back, I was coming from the side view, and I could see where the telescope was pointed, and it wasn't pointed anywhere near the moon, and I was like, oh, I wonder what they're looking at now. So I kind of walked over and said, what are you guys looking at now? They're like, still the moon. I'm like, the moon? We're not. Then I looked from behind it and it was aimed at the moon. So I went back and again to look from the side view and it wasn't even, it's not even close. So I don't know how to explain that, but I'll have to draw it out. Like the angle that it looks like it's aiming in the sky is not anywhere from the side of where the moon is.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy.
Yep.
All right. Well, I appreciate the call. I'll let you go. I'm down to $3.10 on this thing here. So I'm going to let you go.
Thanks, Sharon, and you have a great day.
You too. All right. I think we are done for now. We're going to drop that. Oops, I almost dropped myself again. Why do they have that option? Why would I drop myself? All right. Well, it's been fun. Let me talk about a few things and then we'll be going. So, again, thank you for the super chat from, now I got to scroll up and find it. Oh, this is so awesome. I figured out how to do this. So, John, thank you. It says, Jaron, keep up the great work. You're a legend in the making. And I'm a legend already. What are you talking about in the making? And maybe take part of what that last guy said and start a Now What show. But like Clive de Carle, create secret health clubs so legally you can say that stuff. All right. I like the idea. I think that going forward, this can be kind of like a What Now show because people could call in and give us their ideas for that. But I'll probably just start it out, get some stuff done on the YouTube side, and then take it over to Rokfin, just so I have a Rokfin exclusive kind of show. And then also it really opens the floodgates for actual, true free speech. So, what else was I going to mention? Oh yeah, somebody talked about the law of attraction, and let me explain it the best I can, and see if this makes any sense to you guys. So, if there's something that you know ahead of time, and let me just say, there's some things that I know are going to happen, and when I know those things are going to happen, they happen, and it keeps happening over and over again, and I realize it's hard to tell. Is it because I know that those things are going to happen, or because I know they're going to happen, they do? And that's the crazy part, because if I could learn to incorporate that into other areas of my life, the problem is when I think of, let's say, money. Well, I don't know that I'm going to have a lot of money in a year. So, however, if I could teach myself to know that, as weird as that sounds, then I have a feeling that those things can manifest, but then they can't be questions because on the other things I'm talking about, I don't have a question. And I don't have a question because I know it's going to happen. Now, is it because I know it's going to happen that it happens, or is it because it happens and then I know? That's the tough part. I tend to think it could have something to do with manifesting it because otherwise it's just insane. So just a thought that I'm working on, trying to teach myself to be confident in other areas and see what happens. So thank you, John Lombardo, for the $20 super chat. Pete, thank you for becoming a channel member. And thank you, Philip King, for subscribing. Also awesome. And let me see what else we have for you. So yeah, it'd be awesome if people became channel members. Hit the join button. It's $5 a month. It's very kind of you. And hopefully we can eventually have members only chats or members only show. We're going to do that one show a month, and that'll be coming soon. A lot going on. Tomorrow we got the Jeranism show, so check that out. I'm trying to do it at 12 noon. I'm trying to think if there's anything I have. Yeah, I just have class tomorrow night. So 12 noon should be the time. And I'll let people know early. If you want to be notified, go to t.me/Jeranism show. And that is where you can get notifications of every time I'm going to go live and where I'll be, all that fun stuff. So let me just check the chat one time, see if anybody's got any last second needs, wants, or anything like that. And then we will be out of here. Questions? Eric DeBay, Garden of Eden is actually the North Pole. Rice loves Jaren. I love Rice. I have a lot to say on this, Jaren. You have it partially. All right. I have it partially correct. It's a difficult thing to explain, I guess. So that's what's tough about it. Maybe I'll try and think this week of a way to explain it. Maybe we'll talk about that mañana. And is there anything else I needed to cover on this show? 1 second, let me check my notes and make sure. Oh, I also want to tell people how to handle Telegram. I still get people who say, oh, I downloaded it, but then I got too many notifications, so I deleted it. Like, okay, I've tried telling people that you have to manage it a certain way because it is a messaging app, and so notifications are turned on by default on everything. And when you join groups like David Avocado's group, he sends out a notification every minute. Probably like every 5 minutes. So yeah, if you join his group and then don't turn off the notifications, your phone will light up like crazy. And then I can also teach people how to do folders. So I put people in folders right away, like I can tell. And then also if somebody just keeps messaging me with small talk, as somebody did the other day, and then I was like, all right, I get to the point, like, oh, you're rude. I'm like, no, I'm just saying I have a lot going on. What can I help you with? I'm just saying that you think that you actually have a second to talk to somebody over here. Like, dude, I've got people messaging me all freaking day. I'm here. I'm answering you. Let's go. Oh, never mind. I'll just come back some other time. Boom. Go right into the folder of check it when I have a moment. And sometimes that's a week. and then other people go right into the folder that gets immediately checked. So separating people like that, but I think Telegram is fantastic as far as all communication. It completely destroys texting, destroys emails. It's so much easier to send files. Everything about it. I really can't think of any issues with it, other than all of our data is being mined and will be used against us in the court of law down the road. Did people write what kind of what kind of emojis they wanted? I don't remember looking at it. Can't remember. Can you remark on the Vibes of Cosmos map? Is that the moon one? It just seemed they just made it up, right? They just took what the moon looks like and then just said, fit the Earth in here like this. I'm muted. What do you mean I'm muted? Helen says I'm muted? I don't think so. I think many more people than you. Oh, thank you. I'm just you. You're not muted. Yeah, well, I would assume many more people would be saying that than one person. Like one person, everyone is just lit in there. That's funny. You on the app? I think I've seen that name. I don't know. See, this is the problem is I'm... Oh, yeah. Get with... check out Dave Weiss's app and the new feature, which I turned on today. It was fun. Let's see if we can hear one while we're watching the show. So you go down to the friend finder and then you press the little... You're not going to be able to see that. Let's move it to a bigger camera. How about that one? Nope, that's too... I'm too ugly in that one. How about this one? Yeah, that's good. So we've got, then you got this little thing down here in the corner. There you go. And you can see I have it turned on to pop. So now we'll close that and we'll wait until we hear a pop, knowing that it means there's a new flat earther born, or kind of. So I guess I'm just learning now that the people who have little heads are people who have their profile filled out. So I'm surprised so few do. Like in my area, there's like 4 people with their profiles filled out. Let me show you. That's not a good way to hold a journal. Let's try it. All right. So see how very few people have the blue head or the black head in the blue circle. Most people are just dots. So you want to fill out your profile. See, so I just clicked on Ebby Lara here. Hi, Ebby. But I can't click their profile, so I don't know who Ebby is. But if you find somebody who has a, let me see if I can get on mine. Does it show yourself in here? Let me zoom in here. I don't know if that's me. What? Hold on. Why? Oh, maybe you don't see yourself? That was probably it. Oh, no, there's me. Why is it showing? Okay, now I'm pissed. Why does this show no notification, no profile? I have a profile. By the way, if you want to get the app and you want to use a referral code, did you hear that noise? That was somebody. My referral code is ISM. Why? Because Jeranism was too long by 1 letter, so I had to go with ISM. And you'll see I've done a good job recommending the app here. I've got 0 app users thanks to me, which is such bullshit, man. Dave, I should get a free 100 for doing those videos with you when we go over the app. You know me, I'm already a whale. I've got over 500. I'm the first whale. I win. Let me see why this thing's not working with the... Oh, you got to press this button over here. See, look I've got my whole thing filled out. Dave, what's wrong with your thing? Look there's me. There's all my information. There's my little story. There's all my... So I got all that stuff in there. So why is it that when I go here and I press me, look what it shows. See, it says I've got no thing. No, anyway. All right, I'll check into that. Maybe something's not working. Dave will fix it. Dave's on it. He works 25 hours a day, which is incredible. All right. See if there's anything else here. Dexter Morgan, shame here. We seriously do not understand the consciousness. No, I think that, there's a very collective thing going on. And when you scare everybody and tell them that they've got... I could have used Jism. That's true. Good call, Dave. Dave, but you need to fix that mistake there. Something's wrong. It's telling me I don't have a profile. I do have... You go on your phone and see if I've got a profile. It should. Maybe it just doesn't do it for you. Not really sure how that works. Anyway, I logged out and came back on. All is good. Okay. All right. Whale, you get certain rewards for recommending more people. And I want to do that. I gotta get that. All right. Just seeing if there's anything else here. No. What's going on here? I don't have time to read that right now. All right. But yeah, I could have used Jism. That's my rap name though, Dave. So I don't use that for small J, of course. Yes. Always use a small J. Jeranism is not important. It is my own personal religion, but it doesn't need to have a capital J. I'm the one with the capital J. I'm the one with the big J, all right? Not Jeranism. That is just a little personal religion. All right, let's head out. We're going to listen to can I get there? Yeah. Yes. We're going to listen to another one of his songs, if I can remember where he sent it to me. Too many places. I think it's on Instagram. Yes. Zams, Impulsive Zams, has an album out, and I didn't put his link in the description. I will right after, but it'll be in future shows. Reach out to him. Maybe you want an intro or something. Maybe he'll hook you up. But he's got a YouTube channel with not enough people on it. Not enough subs. He's got how many people? Let's see. 78 subs only. Nope, 79 with me now. Oh, come on. That's 78. I lied. It's not going to let me because I'm not signed in, it says. Stop it. Just give me the damn URL. Thank you. These phones are great. And paste that one. All right. I got to get used to Jeff Dog. He just repeats himself when he's doing things. I got to get used to that rather than like stop and be like, oh, I got to fix. He just says, and so that's why I do it this way. And that's why I do it this way. So that's the reason that I do it like this. See, I'm learning how you run a show. All right, let's check this out. The channel is Impulsive Music. Let's bring it up over here. IMPULZIVE Music. I'm gonna get you the link. YouTube, sorry. And then you guys can subscribe if you want. Those of you who like the good jams, which who doesn't, right? Oh, come on, just find me the stupid thing. Impulsive. Oh boy, why don't I do things right? Let's go to YouTube first. And then we'll find it. Although they're probably shadow banned like the rest of us. So only 260 people watching. Guess people don't like the show. Whatever, I like it. Impulse Z. You make it difficult to spell that, by the way. Impulsive Music. Maybe it's into it, but what is going on here? No, don't search for something different than I wrote. There it is. All right. Let me get you the link to the channel. I'm going to put it in the Rokfin chat and the who is that? Oh. Yes, the phone lines are closed now. I've got to add more money. So, you can drop my call. Thank you. We're done? Okay, good. So we've got this link. We're going to put this in the Rokfin chat first. There you go. Oh yeah, we got to read the tips from there too. Don't worry, we're getting there. Here we go. Oh, you, bro, you didn't have to tip me. This is enough. I tried to actually give him Cash App today, and he wouldn't let me. So there's the link to the channel, and I'm going to put it in the YouTube chat. Oh, it's flying by. I have to wait till that ends. And let's see here. I did listen to, what song did I like best? There was a free speech song, Freedom of Speech. I listened to that one, and I've only listened to that, and I've listened to Tartaria. I like them both a lot, so I'm excited to hear the rest of them. But I had to work on the intro, so I didn't get to hear the rest of them. Let's subscribe to him, number one. Now we're subscribed. He's at 78. Hopefully he gets more. If you guys want to subscribe, and let's go to videos and see which one we want to listen to. Let's listen to Free Speech, because that's perfectly in line with what we're doing right now. There's no video, there's no music video, so we'll just listen to it here. If it starts here.
Yeah.
Be right back with you in 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
Yeah. Since adolescence, I was misdirected. Yeah. I never showed it, but I held resentment. Yeah. I always try to keep the streets separate. I try to change my ways, but fell back in the cycle. You know shit gets hectic. I know they hate me for my different views. Yeah, these people always try to test me, but it's all a ruse. I guess they can't accept the fact that I'm just speaking truth. I'm not afraid to question what I'm taught, don't get my shit confused. This ain't conspiracies. I find it strange how people listen to the news and change, and now they moving fearfully. Just get your jab and wear your mask and you'll be okay. Stay at home, just scrolling on your phone, that's how you obey. Yeah. Yeah. Had to let that shit breathe. I never take a loss, I never concede. I've been a master at just causing havoc. Saw that hate and shit comes automatic. The flow aggressive, my demeanor passive. So many trips and I don't fuck with acid. They talk about the competition and all I think is caskets. I've been a problem that you couldn't solve. I drop a Xanny in the lean and let that shit dissolve. Then let my thoughts take off. Fuck it, I'm in the crib, I'm making thousands while I got my feet up. I hit my plug, he can't keep up with all my fucking re-ups. My shit's sublime, but I don't ever practice Santeria. We live in times of sacrifice like when they killed Talia. This shit is crazy, we've been brainwashed, yeah I know this shit. Every time we turn it on the news, it's just some bogus shit. Remember when I noticed it? Ever since this COVID hit, a lot of shit been changing quick. Make sure you get paid in bit, don't become a slave to shit. Y'all should be ashamed of shit. Trying to jab all babies with this poison, yeah that's Satan's wish. Now they change our history, disgusted with the shit I see. Why you think they letting all these faggots in the industry? Promoting change from girl to boy to girl. Politicians traffic youth, how you feel in Satan's world?
That is awesome. And man, we need more truth music. That is so good. Yes, I like that one. Glenn says Jaren gyroscopes impart electrons and induced electromagnetic field that interacts with the Earth, hence the 15 out per degree per hour drift. Electromagnetic fields move, not Earth's rotation. I would agree with that. Can we protest NASA? Yeah, we should be able to. Absolutely. We should be able to stop sending them our money as well. Yes, the globe is fake. ODD, get on it. Yeah, let's get some more of that music out for sure. I was going to show you something. I'm going to actually look if I can find it. I don't know if I can find it right off the bat, but I'm going to show it on Rokfin because it's not a YouTube friendly thing. I'm trying to think though. Yes, I'll find it this way. All right, so we're going to end at YouTube. And we're going to head over to Rokfin just so I can read the tips. And I'll show you something I wanted to show you that I can't show you here. It's free for everybody who's at YouTube. Just click the link I'm about to put in the YouTube chat if you want to come over for a few minutes and talk and chat. And if not, then go do whatever you want to do. Go listen to, what's his name? Professor Dave, not a Professor Dave. Let's go grab the URL, copy. We're going to put that at the... Oh, I forgot to put his link. There's his link. My bad. There's that link, and then there's the Rokfin link. So if you're at YouTube, there's the link to the channel for Impulsive Music. Up to 81 subs. Look at that. It's moving right along. And awesome. All right, good. So we're going to end here. I'll leave with another song. We're going to listen to Tartaria, because I like that one. And we're going to head over to Rokfin. We'll see you on Rokfin at the end of the song. YouTube, it's been fun. See you tomorrow for the Jeranism show. One of the coolest shows that ever existed, ever. I mean, that's been decided already. Like, they've already done polls, and there's just no question. There's not even... They actually had to stop halfway through the polling because only polling 50% of the population, all of them said it was the Jeranism show that by far was the best. So that is what you need to check out tomorrow, 12 noon Pacific. Be there or be sphere. See you soon. Rokfin, guys, stay there. I'll be there in, how long is the song? 3 minutes and 34 seconds. See you then, YouTube. It's been fun. Peace.
Yeah, I'm out here on my own. The devil's got a hold. I'm fighting for a light, yeah, I'm fighting for my soul, yeah, I'm trying to find Tataria. But can you make sense of the world if your conscience is attacked? Man, I'm trying to find Tataria. When all the history has changed and all the truth has been erased, I'm just trying to find Tataria. Yeah, I'm searching for Tataria.
Yeah, follow my soul cause I'm so protected. Like the gel that's inside of the doctor shows Magellan soul protection. Spit Babylon River, I know my flow get more direction. Fuck your COVID sections, my realness spreading, it's more infectious. Fuck the line, I'm overstepping. If I don't like you on the first link, no more impressions. I'm New York breed, baby, I'm always repping. Soldier stepping. Y'all a bunch of babies, I might hit y'all in your cocoa melon. Y'all too sensitive, focused on the negative, shit that's irrelevant. Y'all cycle stuck on repetitive. While they lying about the history and time frame, it ain't a mystery, it's just a mind game. Focus on it. Under they spells, they doing the hocus pocus on us. Propaganda spreading they bogus on us with hopeless products. How we less advanced than our ancestors under Freemason clans members doing the hand gestures. I guess I'm really out here on my own, cause the world is full of clones who gon' fight over a bone just so they could get their own. We fighting for our souls, this is bigger than the throne. Travel to the
yeah,
unknown.
I'm out here on my own, the devil's got a hold. I'm fighting for a light, yeah, I'm fighting for my soul. Yeah, I'm trying to find Tataria. But can you make sense of the world if your conscience is attacked? Man, I'm trying to find Tataria. When all the history has changed and all the truth has been erased, I'm just trying to find Tataria. Yeah, I'm searching for Tataria. I'm feeling fed up with this world so far. How this shit go wrong? They tryna kill us, but as life goes on, we feel dependent on a system with a president pawn. This shit is run by the descendants of the Knights Templar. I look at life and don't know what to make it. My mind was full of hatred.